listening, go fuck yourself. Red the Dragon, Night Danger Canada, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Hey, Nipple, Machete, Fashion, a scintillating bloodbath, Hellacious Fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Things, Awesome, Radio. Keep your mouth shut. Baby, I'm trying to beat my butt.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Training again, and I'm already magically great already. But I was lying on the couch after I was training, just minding my own business, sideways. You can check this out. You can try this. But I was lying on the couch sideways, and my legs were crossed, and my feet were just off the side of the couch, and my tailbone is broken, so I felt disconnected from the back of my butt down to my legs, and I felt all of a sudden, because my legs are crossed, that my spine could quite easily be my legs, and it would go down to my feet, and my feet were crossed where my ankles were crossed, so both feet were crossed over like flippers. And I was like, man, you know what that is? That's what that's a merman. That's what that is. I guarantee you that we are from mermen. It can happen, because in the back, if my legs are jelly, think about it, my spine was just kept going down the back, and my legs were together, and it crossed, and all of a sudden my leg bones weren't there anymore, and it was just a spine, and the feet were crossed, and instead of the feet, there was just big fucking things on the back, and you flicked them around like a fish. You would be the merman under the sea from here to Japan. Merman. I was just thinking about that because I could feel it. It's a thing you could do if you had like a lot of, you know how they do that thing, the stem cell thing?
Yep.
Where you can make a goat's, like an ear grow on a rat's head and shit. You can make a goat come back. Like you could get the DNA of a goat to make a goat come back. DNA of a goat and a fish man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like fish combined, and somehow that would all work together. Betsy, do you have an opinion on merman, or are you just coffee?
Do they exist? Is that what we're asking? I mean, that one's got a nice butt, but it's fake.
I think I've gone talked of.
Oh. I thought it was like building into, it was going to go back into the Ultimate Merman anthem, but it fucked me. Wow. So that was
It's an unusual bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just fucking with you, Betsy. But do you have an opinion, seriously?
They're hot. Super hot.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Despite their dicklessness?
Do we know that? Yeah, how do you know that? You been in their fins?
Yeah. I mean,
show me a merman with a dick.
Well, that would be appropriate at work.
Honestly though, if there really was a merman or a mermaid, he would. Oh my god!
Oh, see, that's actually that reminds me of the Starbucks logo.
I
know.
I always kind of wondered with that logo. I'm like, her fins are split, and she's all smiley.
People are showing me
like,
a man underwater. I think he's peeing or shooting a load, and there's a
fish
in his butt.
But he's not a merman. He's not a merman because he has the tail thing coming
fish.
out of. each of his legs, because the only way that they could get him a dick was to make him not a merman. And yeah, the original Starbucks logo is a mermaid completely spread eagle.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's creepy.
It's still there, but they just zoom in a little bit so you don't notice it. But if you see the old school one, Andrew, can you get it? It's a spread eagle mermaid. That is the Starbucks logo.
Oh. Yeah, well, anyway, I was just thinking, it's not that impossible when you think of all the creatures, especially the creatures under DC. Oh wow, it really is.
It
wild.
full on is unambiguously.
Yeah, wow. No bush, but I mean, it's titties.
And she's just holding up
Yep.
her fin
Ta-da!
legs to achieve maximum spreadedness.
Yep.
And it's still like that. See, now go to the more modern one. You're right. Yeah, like it's still there. They just zoom in so you can't see it.
Can't see this, but she's still holding her feet
You can still
ear
see.
to ear.
Yeah. She's holding her legs with each arm from the knee joint, which is again.
Yeah.
Look at my vag. So two things. There's this technology I keep reading about. The acronym is CRISPR, CRISPR, where they really are increasingly able to fairly easily do amazing things to manipulate genetics.
Well, like what?
Well, a lot of times
What have you seen?
it's going
What have
through.
you heard?
Well, what they're doing so far is they're removing bad genes that
Okay,
would
that's good. That's good.
predispose you to stuff.
Yeah. But
It's
what
just-
about?
It's always been, well, they haven't gotten to that yet, but the point of this, and I don't know if the person who invented this has won a Nobel Prize or is certainly going to, it made it way easier and way quicker to manipulate genes. It used to be a titanic thing to change even the tiniest little thing. Now they can do it, it seems, somewhat easily, and they can take, and here's the important part, I think a big part of it, to the extent that I understand it, is they'll take out the bad shit, and then they can just grab what the good shit looks like from somebody else and just plop that Lego piece in.
Yeah,
so it's getting easier for them
Why
to
not
take,
add a fish, Michael?
to take things that don't belong and just stick them in there seamlessly and fairly easily. Also, I've heard that when babies are in the uterus, that
Hell yeah.
they
Right.
proceed through like all of the stages of evolution. Like a tiny little unborn baby is like a little fish,
Right.
and then it becomes more of like a monkey, and then it becomes a person.
Right. So you could add fish shit in there, and then he
Yeah.
would come out merman.
Right.
Except he would need to be in the water, and if you made him in a lab, and then we found out there'd all be so many angry people, and if Merman had a bad day and he was like a teenager, and he was like, I mean, I don't even like it in here. I want legs. And then they report that, and it makes us look bad, you know, but in actual fact, in the end, he gets, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's fucking everybody, because I think he would have a cock, because I believe a mermaid has a pussy. I mean, you're eating, bruh. If you're alive, you're eating. You know what I mean? If you're mythical, sure, go ahead. But if you're eating, like if a dragon was real, a dragon's got a dick in a poo hole.
Yeah, that's true. Well, like I say, the technology is evolving.
It might not be a good dick.
Well, it's probably a
It'd be-
perfectly functional. It might be an
I
ugly
know.
dick. So it might be more of a fish dick.
That's what
but,
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, for a human pussy, it'd probably be a bad dick.
Yeah, you're talking about a different species. They're not meant
I'm
to
talking
be.
about fucking a fish, Michael. And Will's not here. He's sick, so. Yeah, that Will. Fucking blah, blah, blah.
So the technology has never allowed for more radical possibilities, and at the
Right.
same time, I think there's never been more countries that would say, fuck your scientific ethics. Like countries that have some money to go,
Yeah.
well, maybe you have a problem with trying to create mermen
Right.
in a lab, but maybe we don't.
Right.
And maybe you can suck our dick if you got a problem with what we think is okay.
I felt like, now that you said,
Looking
now,
at you, China.
I felt like the DNA genetic, I felt like in my mind that if I could go back to being a baby, that I could grow fish legs instead of legs, and change my DNA.
Well, I'm rooting for you
It's
As
too
we-
late, but I'm just saying it could have.
as we enjoy photos of Ariel from Little Mermaid jerking off her dad.
Oh yeah, good point. That's her dad.
Yep.
And who gets a tattoo over their dick?
Well, I think that's supposed to be his pubes.
Oh, sorry.
I thought the same thing. It looks like he's got like King Midas written over his dick or something. I think it's just
Tribal.
just mer pubes.
Wow, I know. That's him coming on his man. Okay, stop.
Yeah, like Ariel's of age. You can make Ariel.
Yeah,
porn.
but it's it. Yeah, Ariel can fuck people. Look, there she is, fucking people.
Where's the mermaid porn that certainly exists?
And that's his dick just comes out of nowhere.
Right, there's got to be some lady that strapped the thing on and left a hole in it so we can watch a man fuck a mermaid on camera. Right?
No.
I've never searched for it, but I have a feeling if we were to search for live action mermaid porn, then it would be. It might be not very convincing.
Is Shade Full Fizzle out there?
Yeah, just charging his phone out here.
Hey, Full Fizzle, you ever seen a fucking mermaid get fucked? Oh yeah, where?
Mermaid porn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has to exist,
okay.
right?
So what was it called? What was the flick called?
It's called
Fucking liar.
I think it's called Under the Semen. The little sperm maid.
Oh yeah.
Ariel does anal. Fucking, that's my favorite one.
Okay. Well, pretty.
Down is better. Down where it's wetter. Naturally.
Right. Well, there's a soundbite.
Under the sea.
Yeah, there it is. It exists.
Yeah. Wow.
I imagine that fucking mermaid. I wonder what mermaid pussy smell like.
Well,
I
you'd
guess
you'd be in the water, which would help.
Yeah. If it's under the sea at the same time, I think it's okay. I think if you pulled it out of the sea, you might have yourself a bit of a bummer here.
Now, Ellis, you a savage motherfucker. You fucking pools and shit like that.
Word up.
I don't know.
Well, I don't. I thought that's not true. I don't. I mean, I have, but I don't bang my chick in the pool. No way.
Because I feel
Fucks
like
her beaver.
takes away the natural juices.
Well, you can. Well, yeah, but you can get underwater lube. Here's a tip. I'm glad you asked, Jude. There's underwater lube. You can jerk off with your dick underwater, and it's like proper lube that just doesn't come off underwater. And then you can do, but banging somebody in the pussy, it's not a good idea because you're just washing the chlorine water or the salt water up in there. But you can get away with anal.
Word.
That's what I'm. Yep. There it is.
Andrew had like a fucking mermaid blowing a guy that had drowned on the beach.
Yeah, but these are kind of mermaids where they're like, "Ha, mermaid," and then they pull their mermaid pants down.
Is that what's
It's
gonna
supposed to
happen?
be your fucking legs.
Yeah.
Can't pull your fucking skin off to get boned.
There has to be somebody who's gone to the trouble of making an outfit that stays on while you fuck them for the porn, right?
You have to enter from behind too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're definitely not spread eagling. But you could. I mean, if it was a real mermaid, there would be. Yeah. Wait, that's digital mermaid. That doesn't count. But yeah, you would see a vagina. You would have to. That's.
No pussy like mermaid pussy, 'cause mermaid pussy don't stop.
See, it just goes to show that maybe our pussies and dicks were hidden a little bit more back in the prehistoric times, because we really are born for pants, man.
Let me ask you this.
Yes. Why don't you come in? I mean, fuck it.
Where are mermen's dicks at? 'Cause I don't
Same spot that fucking mermaids' pussies
That's
at.
what I'm saying, Jude. Thank you.
I've never seen them swimming around with dicks.
You don't see it, but you don't see a real merman. A real merman has a dick.
But how would it work? I've yet to see a
Same
compelling.
way-
I've yet to see a compelling because we even saw a drawing and they
Well-
had to split the guy's tail in half.
Yeah, but the fish sticks are different because they're like more like sharks and all other fish. Anybody that has a dick, it's inside them, and then it comes out of a pocket. So they would have they would have to like come out of a flap or something.
That's gonna be green scaly dick.
I would assume so. Well, you know what? I don't know about that because walruses have, you know what I mean, like bone dicks and shit, and they just come out. You know, like when you see a walrus swimming around, you don't see fucking balls and dicks flinging around in the back when they're going through the ocean.
But I just mean
But
when
when
it
they
comes
get-
out.
But when it's fucking time,
When it's time for a fucking.
that thing comes out, man.
How big is a walrus dick? Because gorillas have tiny dicks.
Well, walruses have bat dicks. You can actually use their dick as it's a bone. There's a real bone in it,
Show me that.
and it
walrus.
comes out like a bat
I
and,
saw there
and
was a-
fucks the babe.
There was a black guy fucking a mermaid that I saw, which is highly unlikely.
Why is that?
They don't swim.
Well, that's all you, baby. Didn't bing.
Bang.
Yeah, no, wait.
Damn, son, check out that dick. Check out
That's-
that dick on that walrus.
Right, but that's not. Look at the bone.
Yo.
That's a real
Yo, can
walrus cock. True story.
I kind of want one. of those
Google it,
for
everybody. Walrus penis. And a walrus is hanging out on the fucking rocks, and he's like, do 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 do. You don't know. And then, boom! That's a merman. That's a merman.
This
That's what a
sounds-
merman would look like, except his head would look like, you know, fucking
Like
what's
a
his what's
person. Like a-
yeah,
like a human.
yeah. I always imagine a merman's head to look like, who's the guy that raced cars? What was his name? Hunk Bape.
Dale Earnhardt.
No. He doesn't. He's a real actor. he sold pizza when he was a little kid in a movie, and now he's like heartthrob. His name's like
Patrick Dempsey.
yes. I imagine mermen
Okay.
with heads of Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah. Is that the Can't Buy Me Love guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Good
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Can't Buy Me Love. Ain't that the truth?
fuck that show.
It's
Yeah, I
like-
rewatched it recently. Doesn't hold up.
Oh, no. It just-
But you picture him with curly hair. I would say.
I meant his stupid show.
Just goes to show you, ladies. Might be ugly and fat, but they might be packing a walrus dick.
Yeah, so that's my argument as to mermen having huge wangs,
Because walruses do.
because walruses do. Could be wrong. Okay, I don't know. But if I was a merman, I would obviously have incredible speed, because otherwise you wouldn't be alive if you were a merman and you swam sort of like you know what I mean, like a dude, you know, you're just getting eaten.
Yeah, you ever see? Remember Waterworld? You'd swim around like Kevin Costner in
No,
Waterworld.
nah. Because yeah, if you swim like Kevin Costner, you're fucking eaten.
Bro, I don't
You
know,
gotta
man.
go. You gotta be able to do dolphin-esque shit.
This one is Tatum Channing as a mermaid.
Yeah, because look, just like in the real world, Jude,
Yeah.
all kinds of mermen would be out there. Big ones, little ones, fast ones, slow ones.
Depends on the caloric intake.
Well, how
That's
fat would they get? What would they
thyroid.
get fat on? Seaweed or raw fish? There ain't no carbs in the sea.
They'd have to. I
No
mean,
sugar.
If they're a little bit humany, then you don't need sugar. You'd have to eat. They'd have to eat like a vegan-y seaweed thing.
But that's what I'm saying. That you don't have to eat sugar. They couldn't eat sugar. There'd be no way for them to really.
Seals?
They'd have to eat so much
But
fat.
They could eat seals.
Right? Do you think they would have? Wait, I thought they would be vegetarians. But if they eat fish, well, then that would mean that it would be Patrick Dempsey with big ass fangs. Because his teeth would get fangy as fuck if he was eating fish.
You know, these pictures of dudes as mermaids is even more disturbing. Like, this is probably one of the more disturbing things.
You know, I'm kind of offended by it because I feel like mermen are it's sort of like if you're a merman, you're gay. And I don't appreciate that because I'd be a tough merman, hard merman to catch, that's
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
because you suck dick doesn't mean you're a pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be a somersault dude. You mean I'd be like fucking I'd be reaching speeds of like
You know,
60 miles an hour.
This one
Merman.
is like a mermaid with a fucking flying horse behind him.
You would never have long hair if you were a merman because that shit would get caught in the nets.
I feel like I'm getting a sneak preview of White People Wednesday for next week. We're gonna do an all merman
God
edition.
damn.
I'm a cut hair away from that shit, bro.
God.
The fucking oh
Yeah,
my
Jason, you're
Wow.
picturing Jason Momoa.
Look at
Wow.
this. Look at that fucking sexy beast.
Yeah, wow, man, everybody's gay in it. Everybody.
Maybe.
Sorry, effeminate.
Maybe her whole mermaid fantasy is something that gay men have. And that-
Well,
that's
there I go
exclusive.
again.
Seems that way.
That'd
It
be right.
definitely seems that
'Cause
way.
these guys do seem a little bit like this guy fake. He seems a little.
Everybody's pretty much ruined it for me because I imagined a very powerful merman that could go fast and stuff and wasn't just like, hey, no, there's anything wrong with that. But
Even the black guy looks fucking like
He's
got,
totally
like,
gay.
he's in a river.
in his tank.
He's in a river with like 3 inches of water. It's impossible.
They don't swim.
Yeah, you covered that.
Yeah, the
whoa,
only
go
one-
to the skull. Go to the Scully thing. Yeah, that's Katie's.
Crack that joke to fuck.
Hey, I think Katie has that tattooed on her fucking forearm.
They got bad credit too.
What is that? An Indian what?
Indian
It's a
trading post
See,
in Banff, Alberta.
see, that could be a merman. What about if a merman was more cat-like in the front and fishy in the back?
Well, I failed to see the man in this merman.
Well, he has hair. That's a face.
He has a face. Lots
Yeah.
of things have faces.
You know what I mean? It's a human-y face. It's got a forehead and shit.
They make those. That's what the Harry Potter mermaids look like. The
I never
mermaids-
saw a Harry Potter mermaid.
They look like scary. They look like scary. Fuck you up, Harry Potter. Like they look like they'll.
Oh, them bitches. Yeah. Oh,
Fish
see,
man.
see, that's real.
That looks way more savage.
Right.
And then you got this fucking.
Yeah,
guy.
stop,
And
Andrew.
you got
Stop
John
going-
Gosselin with blue hair.
I know.
The not my president here.
Yeah, like that's like saying that that's more like it. They would be very fishy.
Yeah.
And they would have to move very, very fast, or they would not exist.
Look at that. This guy's got a squad. And
Stop. God, Andrew just can't go.
He
Stop
just can't stop
going
clicking
back
on
to the
gay
high.
mermaids.
I know. I got it, dude. I got it. A lot of gay guys like to dress up as mermaids on New Year's
Splash
Eve.
around
Got it.
with me, boys.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Did you ever just type in mermaid dick? Merman dick?
Type in merman dick. See what
Show
happens.
me that merman dick, son.
Survey
The
says
Channing Tatum one. is
Yeah,
my
that's the one that
favorite.
we came up
Ah.
with. And that guy looks like he's having a great
he
time.
does.
He's spread eagle.
He's obviously very good friends with those fish that are in his bum.
Well, it's like a symbiotic relationship, you know.
You gotta trust that
he protects them from predators, and they eat his leftover shit.
Wait, is that a? Can you go back?
It's very normal in
Is
the
there a photo of Superman fisting a guy? What is that? What's he doing?
Yeah, that's Merman Bruce. He was one of the early DC failed superheroes.
Is he trying to get his dick out, or what's
Superman
going on
and
there?
Merman Bruce were very close.
Right.
Real close.
I mean,
Gay men and Japanese really got the market cornered in weird fucking cartoon shit.
are you allowed to be gay in Japan?
I think no, it's actually gay marriage is illegal there.
Huh.
I think Merman Bruce used to live in the guest house at the Fortress of Solitude. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He fish fucked him for sure.
The dick, yeah.
Wait, is there anybody in Japan that's like, hey?
I was thinking about that
You
because
do
I
that?
just read something yesterday that mentioned by the by that gay marriage is illegal there, and it got me wondering about that they have to have some sort of cross-dresser population, right?
Yeah, because it was only the other day that Australia became like same-sex marriage is legal, but that doesn't mean you couldn't walk around being gay. You know?
Japan's really conservative. The article that I was reading was about the not so much the trend. We talked about a news story with this a couple days ago with people like the woman not taking the man's last name in marriage or hyphenating or shit like that, and they said
Yeah.
I think it was there's weird laws in Japan about that. Like a woman can use her maiden name if she's a nurse, like filling out this kind of form, but she can't fill out that kind of form.
Do you know of any marriages where the woman hyphenated the last name and like they're still together?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, mine.
Wait. I mean, Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
Dax Shepard. Well, those people, she's already established. Like that was
Just
like,
saying.
I'm
Wait,
just-
that doesn't count.
What is she? Dax Shepard Bell. I meant like civilians,
Oh, okay.
because her name is like a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brand. It
Yeah,
really. I hate the way that word is thrown around,
Yeah.
but it actually really is. In my case, like my wife hyphenated just because like legally it would have been tricky for you'd have to fill out extra paperwork for her to like pick our own kid up from school
Right.
kind of
right.
shit.
Yeah.
But I don't want her using my name. It's because she has a Japanese name. It sounds really stupid to have Tully on the end of it. And I do.
Yeah.
Maybe this does make me that pussy whip guy that people bag on the internet. But and I know that's not what you're
No,
implying,
I'm
Jude.
just kind of curious.
Yeah, I think it's going fine. I didn't want my.
Just kind of curious. If you're
Look, me personally, I didn't want her changing her name at all. I think I would feel differently if we both had like typical white bread Caucasian names,
right.
but it just seems so
You don't
dramatic.
want, like,
Wait,
Solano
you're still
Smith.
Telly though,
Yeah.
right?
I'm still
Oh.
Tully. I didn't hyphenate my. Yeah, but I didn't want to. Yeah, it just seemed really, really weird to stick my like brand on her.
And I think there's.
And now
certain,
I'm talking about the cattle version of branding.
And I think like there's some women tell me that certain parts of Italy the women just keep their last name. Like this isn't like, it's not.
Do you know
all the way
what? I tell you what. Another thing I read in that article I was reading last night. Didn't know this was going to come up. That don't ask me how this works, but the custom of the woman taking the man's last name is only a little over 100 years old. I'm told.
That's
So we're all attached to it, like we've been doing it since we were
Forever,
mole
but,
people.
like,
Yeah.
Look, man, if a chick wants to take my last name or not, I'm just not taking her last name.
I
My
just-
last name's a shit.
See, I just think that it's really more about you want to come in somebody's vagina and you want to like conquer. It's just your balls ruining your life. You know. You have my name.
Hashtag
Now there's twice as many of us. Let me come in your vagina and make a baby. Move aside.
I think some.
It's like a testicle thing, right?
Look, it's also like some women like that. You know what I mean? Some women want to be a team. Some women,
Right.
like it's you are.
I know, but why? Like
Claiming that
Tully
person.
said, it happened 100 years ago. Why? Because some dude was like, "Bruh," It's better this way.
Or maybe we don't know. Or maybe some chick was like, if we're gonna be together, I need your name. So
Well, I just realized
it's not a problem signing checks. Or some
girls
shit
didn't
like
get
that,
it.
you know?
Girls didn't get a fair shake, so of course we took their name.
Well, and also everything financially and
Yeah, like,
power and shit like that
Chicks
ran
didn't
through
even- chicks
ran
didn't
through
even
the
have-
man.
they didn't
So
have fucking bank accounts for a long ass time.
yeah, it was all about the family, and
Yeah.
she was joining your family. Make no mistake.
See, maybe it'll change now. Maybe people like a little bit more, a couple more years, and then it's like, hey, you know what? Fuck it, we're not doing that. And then 100 years from now, it'll be like, people used to take the lady's name.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I've always thought that the coolest thing to do would be, I mean, everybody should do whatever they want. Chicks who want to have the dude's last name, that's great. But the coolest thing to do, the thing that makes the most sense, is the two of you just put your heads together and make up a new name.
That's what I was gonna say because I wanted to do that.
That seems like a pain in the ass for following the lineage.
That's it. That's the only problem.
I just wanted to be like
What would be your last name?
Zenergy.
Why does that sound like some weird fucking pyramid
my
scheme,
last name-
vitamin brand?
My last name would be Cum Snot.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Or Fuck Off.
The Lord and Lady comes out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm
Her
Jason
name's
Cummings.
Shut Up and my name's Fuck Off.
Does your wife
Cum
have
Snot.
your last name?
Yeah.
Alright, then there you go.
Yeah, but she kind of didn't want to do that too because she's her own fucking chick too. She doesn't want
Why'd she
that
take it then?
because I fucking told her to.
Did you?
No, I just went along with the tradition of what everybody else does, and I'm telling you why I think I wanted it, like, or why I'm okay with it, or why I was like, well, of course you're gonna have my last name. First of all, I know she doesn't like her last name that much, so my name's better for her.
Right.
But still, I would want it because there's like some sort of tradition thing that I've been raised to. Like, I think if I get married, that you get my last name. Stupid.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
no, like, look, man. Sometimes that shit makes sense, man. Like, I understand that there's arguments for and against it, and I think that each case is fucking different.
I feel like, just like a lot of things, if you want to do it, good for you. Doesn't hurt anybody.
Jack White took his wife's last name.
I definitely would find it weird if somebody was to get angry at Tully for doing that. That would be the one where I'd be like, wait, you don't think this is going to ruin our nation, do you? If men start... Because that's the one where we talked about the guy that did it the other day in Australia.
Yeah, he was
where
Australia, yeah.
everybody chastised him, and I'm like, I mean, why would you fucking care? You know? Like, I didn't know Tully did that. Great.
I
That's
think
going
the
to last
problem-
3 seconds in my head.
The problem that you run into is on both sides that it turns into some weird fucking like power battle over sexism power battle. Either like you're gonna take my name or like, I'm an independent person. You can't put your name on me. Like both ways is kind of like cringy to me.
If Katie left me and Cher married me, I would change my name to Cher.
She don't have a last name. You'd just be Jason.
No, I'd be Cher.
You'd be Jason, Cher's wife
Yeah.
or husband. Or
Welcome to the Cher's
No,
husband
trust
show.
me, your name would be Cher's wife, whether you like it, or Cher's husband, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
In the public mind.
Yeah.
To me,
Hello, Mr. Cher.
it's
Yeah.
also tied up
I'd have
in...
to really go hard. Maybe wear T-shirts that say Jason on it all the time, so when I'm with her, they like the press can't help. But
She's fucking Armenian?
of course,
I never knew that shit. Sarkeesian.
I know. I thought she was part Cherokee. She lied to me.
Man, some of my favorite people. You know, my favorite person. One of my favorite persons. of
Sam
all time
Tripoli?
is Armenian.
Sam Tripoli. Unfortunately, not Sam
Dr.
Tripoli.
Kevorkian.
Who's Dr. Kevorkian again?
Dr. Death.
The Right to Die.
Okay,
I'm a fucking man right there.
you love Dr. Death.
That guy's a beast, dude.
Why?
Because he went to jail. He went to jail for his beliefs. Not too many people are willing to do that. Whether you
Yeah,
agree
right.
with him or not,
Right.
he paid the price with his freedom.
Right.
He also got off on that a little bit.
perhaps I don't know.
He's like a big time contrarian, I feel like. You know? Like, I don't think he was the kind of guy who was like, look, I didn't choose this life. I just wanted to hang out with my wife and children, but I didn't call death. Death called me, and I've got to see this thing through. I think he's the kind of guy. I bet you he's the kind of guy.
Most activists choose that life. Nobody trips and falls in.
I bet Dr. Kevorkian, before he stumbled on assisted suicide, would have argued you annoyingly to death about a bunch of other shit, too.
And he
That's what I'm
probably would
saying.
have won that argument because he's a fucking brilliant guy.
Maybe. I don't know anything about him. I just know Al Pacino played him in a movie.
You should check him out. Really, he's fascinating, and he's a beast.
Right. Well, Dr. Death. That's a pretty tough name, though.
Do you feel like you have the right to live?
Do I have the right?
Do you feel like you have the right to your life?
Are you going to tell me what about? Well, then why don't you have the right to die then?
Well, yeah, that's.
You're not going to get an argument out of me. I reckon if you want to die, you should be allowed to die.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm most of the time I'm with you, brother. Yeah, I don't really see how it's that technical.
Yeah.
If my fucking grandfather's like, I hate this place, let me out of here, I can't see, or I'm in pain, they fucking kill the guy.
But
Why the fuck?
Unfortunately, that is not the law.
I just feel like you get a bunch of, I don't know how you do it. I guess if you give, like, I want to die, and then I give my uncle the pills, and then he ODs, but he doesn't die, and they're like, who gave him the pills? I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of tough, because if you try to do it your way, it could be brutal. You know what I mean? It'd be good if you could just tell the doctor, look, can we make him go to sleep and do it the nice way?
Have a nice consultation. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna be in pain this long. It's never coming back. These are your options.
Yeah.
Some countries, some civilized, I think European nation just legalized it or affirmed legalization of it again. The catch tends to be that people who don't necessarily want to die start to feel a weird pressure to die. If you're like the grandma hanging on at the nursery home, do you feel like you've become such a burden to your family that you would probably be doing them a solid to off yourself?
So you're saying that
I'm not.
That's the catch, that people are maybe peer pressured into killing themselves.
Yes, that actually. I'm not saying that I agree with that argument, but that is the counter argument.
Okay.
That and the Christian, the religious thing.
Aunt Betty, you really are getting on my nerves. Am I?
Grandma, you still here? I guess so.
Okay.
Other people
I get it. What?
Other people could use that bed, Grandma. Okay.
Like, happy birthday to like one of the kids, and the kid's like, I made a wish that Aunt Betty would get the fuck out of here.
Huh. Still here, Grandma.
I think it only happens when you can't see and things are bad. You gotta go. You gotta do your show.
Yeah, I hate to end on death, but
I answered some survey for like who's more positive, you or fucking
who's better for the office? We're having
your fucking dickhead producer, John. Are you fucking serious?
We're having a contest.
That's like who's more fun to have around, you or a fucking rock? I don't know.
I hope I beat that rock.
Right? Yeah. You gotta be pissed if it's neck and neck. How does he bring joy to anyone in here?
Well, that was the whole deal. We were having a whole.
Sure, okay, he freestyled two times, and that was very funny.
Yeah.
But how many fucking times have you showed up and slayed? This is not a contest.
A lot, many. Well, that was my whole argument with him was he walks around with his shoes off all the time, his ass is always hanging out.
Not around me, doesn't that?
I'm like, yo, dude, you treat the office like it's your fucking apartment, man. Like,
if he walked past me with his shoes off and his ass out, I would kick him.
He literally, I rolled up on him today and his shoes were fucking. He was barefoot at the socks.
I would kick his fucking
at the
ass.
desk. I got him on tape. I caught him.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You should have him fired or killed.
You're a grown up, man. Like, what are you doing? This is not like, I get it if you're on a plane, your feet swell up, you want to take off your fucking shoes, you got on some socks. I'm not gonna fucking fault you for that. I understand. I understand air pressure, but we're not fucking 3,000 feet in the air.
No.
Is that how far?
No, it's ridiculous. No, we're very high. We're 13 floors up. Very high.
4,000. Just stop 5, 6,000, 8, 12.
Yeah.
A million thousand.
At least if you're going to take your shoes off, put moccasins on after.
Mismatched socks too on top of it.
God, he's such a fucking loser. I hate him. I'm so sorry you work with him.
Failed his way up.
Well, I could talk to you all day, Jude, but we have a game that we desperately need to play because it is a surefire winner. It is absolutely...
Is that the game?
We have a bit that is guaranteed to work. I thought of this all by myself.
Yeah, no, you did.
And
ballsy
there's
move.
Absolutely no way that this is not going to be a top 10 bit all-time history.
Actually, I wish I could be here for it, but I'm going to get going.
Are you ready, everybody, for food or shit?
That's right.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yep. This is gonna be groundbreaking.
There's no mystique to this bad boy. It's just a game on, it's it. Food or shit.
We got a bunch of pictures, and it's pictures people have posted.
I feel like
online.
I'm all alone on the enthusiasm here. Anyway,
I'm just nervous because I hope I do well on the game.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of photos people have posted online of things they have defecated, and it's a bunch of photos that have been posted online of food, maybe food that was supposed to look like shit or accidentally looked like shit, or maybe it's foreign stuff that could easily be mistaken for shit.
I think I'll do good because I've eaten
Ethiopian?
shit. I've eaten. Well, I have, and I've eaten shit, and I've eaten shit Ethiopian. I've eaten weird diety shit. You know what I mean? I feel like it's. I know shit. I used to eat rabbit poos when I was first born. One of my favorite things to do was eat shit. Shout out to my rabbit.
Yeah, I ate my own poop when I was a baby.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I've got some stiff competition here. I didn't realize that I was competing against a man that ate his own feces. Right on.
For somebody who is like, I don't know, Mr. Poop, putting this game together was pretty gross.
Oh.
I was like, wow, I didn't think that thing's really grossed me out.
Better or worse than compiling unsigned farts?
Worse.
Oh wow.
Worse for sure.
Because unsigned
I did
farts,
that thing where like my mouth started sweating and I thought I could taste poop.
Yeah, because unsigned farts, it's just the bowl reverb that gets me.
Oh, you see, that just makes me laugh. Some of these turds were pretty stomach turning.
I threw up this morning.
Like poop?
Nah, I did like the weird. No, I'm trying to get back in shape, so I worked out a little harder every day, and today I kind of went a little harder. And at the very end of it, when I was done, I did the old like tons of drool coming out of your mouth, and you go to your knees, and you just go.
Yeah.
So I felt like if I did have any food, it was lodged right in my fucking Adam's apple, and I was like, for about 15 minutes, it seesawed, and then I came good. Working out.
Now on with the shit.
Yeah.
Or
I think
food.
we're ready for photo.
Food or shit.
Oh, that's pudding.
Yeah, that's stupid. I mean, what are we talking about here?
It's got a silky sheen to it.
It's not a poop.
It could be Japanese curry, but it's definitely not poop.
No, that is not poop.
All
That is
right.
food. You guys are good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have both eaten food and taken shits.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you realized that I was sandbagging a little bit. I'm actually an expert at this.
Oh, that's a turd, bro.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it's in the bowl. I don't know what's going on here. It's diarrhea in the bowl, son.
Yes.
Okay, I kind of am now understanding that I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Okay,
Now
so
I get it.
is that poop?
That's poop.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. Oh, God, I'm so bummed out.
See, I initially thought that one, because Andrew found half of these and I found the other half, I thought that was soup. Because it looks like a bowl.
No,
It
it
doesn't look
doesn't.
like a
Did you
toilet
see the
God,
rim,
are we
the
gonna
rim
analyze
around the
it for-
top?
Ladies and gentlemen that are not here, you are the winners of this fucking game.
That's a misshapen rim.
This is so bad.
That's a toilet.
This is fucking disgusting. Okay, this is obviously not a shit. You guys are idiots. This is Rice Krispie turds.
Yeah, this
It's pretty
is.
funny though.
Somebody
I like
tried making their own Cliff Bars.
According to Andrew, this is an actual shit.
it. What?
This was supposedly a shit in India.
They put it on plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I mean, if you Google like shit that looks like food,
Food that looks like shit.
like those are the two Google searches that led me into that.
Wow. Okay.
It does look like someone made, instead of Rice Krispie treats, Rice Krispie rods with like Cocoa Pebbles.
Man, you'd be super bummed if you were like drunk at a Christmas party and you're like, oh, cool! Like snacks that look like turds.
Yeah. And then you would be the one
Yeah.
at the party eating poop.
Yeah, eating a full Indian man's poopy. Holy shit.
Isn't that
Yeah.
an actual restaurant now? Like
Indian man's poopy?
no food that looks like shit. I think it's in.
Yeah, there is,
Korea,
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, these turds look like they would hurt coming out of your butt.
But
Like,
Betsy-
they're very textured.
If
Betsy,
they were
man.
actually turds,
It's like shitting out a pine cone.
it's like shitting at a devil dog
It's
hole.
not fair because there's two that look the same and another two. It's like they really bamboozle you there, you know. And then there's like these sugar sprinkles on it.
Well, this game is very hard, guys.
That's a fake shit.
Yeah, it's totally not. Nobody's ever made that perfect of a soft serve shit.
Yeah, I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah, that's like a muffin.
Yeah.
Or something.
Was this some? You know, okay, now I'm slick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at like a concrete meteor,
Yeah, this is old.
which means that it's going to be a prehistoric turd because you're trying to bamboozle me. It's a prehistoric old shell turd from either a plane or it is a prehistoric Shiat.
No, they're trying to fake us out with its shit-like meteor texture, but that's actually some ancient food that they found in a bog.
That's an ancient turd. Right? Yeah, that's an old turd.
Told
Damn.
you. Yep.
I'm 500 on this so far.
I know my shit. Yeah, line it up. Show me the next. Ah, fuck. It's a pudding, man. Oh, wait. I'm so bummed I'm here. I have to really analyze it because it might be our shit. It's
why
not.
did somebody eat that
pudding.
food?
It's pudding.
What is it?
That's food.
Yeah, what kind?
All right.
Oh my god, it is! Holy Jesus, I buy that kind. Never again!
Okay, that's a muffin, or it could be a turd that a man did yesterday, and a dung beetle worked that fucker all night long.
That is, that's a baby's face.
Such a bad
Do you
nug.
see the face? That somebody shat out. Somebody made like a Popeye shit, like 15,000 years ago.
Come, I'm saying it is not a shit. It is a dried up strawberry or something.
That is a truffle.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
on
not
fire.
food. You can eat that.
Told you, not eating that. No way. Nope.
What the hell?
Oh, that's a baby shit diarrhea stained diaper.
Nope. I disagree. That is a priceless Jackson Pollock.
It's very dark and sludgy and condensed looking.
Oh wait, is that the Exxon Valdez?
It could be an old dab.
It does look like an oil spill.
Could be
It's
like-
either a dab or a Pollock or a baby shit there.
It's like King Dab just wiped one off the bottom of his chin. Or that's shit. It looks like it could be wax too. Like somebody. I'm saying that's baby shit smear.
Someone just asked if we can Instagram these photos, and the answer is no. Sorry. Use your imagination.
I know, right? Fuck that.
Yeah, that is baby shit.
Yeah, man. Okay, this is a bad photo I'm seeing here because it's from a distance.
Yeah, it's doing a shaka.
Yeah. There's like lots of different broken up parts of brown stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like there might be some seeds, some fiber in there. This is the toughest one I've faced so far because it could be some broken pieces of hash. But I mean, it's just like, and they've decorated it and twirled it into a thing that looks like shit. But I'm gonna go ahead and say, because I feel like I see fossil, like there would have been I think I could see where it came through the tube of the bum hole. Super old, brittle, bad poopy. But I'm gonna, man, fuck, this is tough. Man, it really got me here.
See, once again, it's the inside of a devil dog.
Is it a shit or is it not a shit? This is good.
Without the shiny outside and without the delicious cream filling, but I don't know why anybody would manipulate the inside of a devil dog for the purposes of a photo.
I'm saying it's a shit.
Looks too brown.
It's snack food.
Devil dogs are like black.
I'm going shit.
I got food.
That's a point for Tully. That,
Oh!
if memory serves correctly, that's turkey jerky, I think.
Oh, they got me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Finally got me.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That's
Oh, come on.
that's unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, that's a diaper, man.
No, that's
I
a
thought
tortilla, dude.
It's not a tortilla. It is not a tortilla.
This is barbecue.
That's what I thought it was. Oh wait, it's a napkin. Okay, because I was like, it's barbecue, and then I'm like, but that thing's a fucking diaper that it's being held in.
No way.
But
Looks
it's not.
like a brown
it's
scallop
It's
shell.
a napkin. Yeah,
That's either a baby shit or that's Tex-Mex.
That's like ribeye. I'm saying that's food.
Yeah, I got food in this too.
Oh
Well,
God.
you guys would have eaten a hunk of shit.
Ah no! Get it off the screen.
That is a poop.
Are we done yet?
No, we've got like 12 more.
No.
Oh, this is this looks like Korean food, so it's shit.
Yeah. No, that's food.
Yeah, that's food.
Alright.
I don't know what it is, but that's food.
That's prehistoric shit.
Absolutely, positively.
Or it is a.
No, it's a payday.
It's a Babe Ruth. It might have been a Babe Ruth that somebody shat out in one piece, but yeah, I'm gonna go prehistoric caves.
Yeah, that's old shit.
That's
No, it's too many nuts. I'm food.
It's coffee.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, is that that's the
Nobody shits out just straight up all nuts. You know?
Yeah, but that's what do they call it?
Oh, the monkey that shits it out.
I drank it.
Was it good?
Eh.
Oh, fuck that then.
Did
So-
it taste poopy?
No, there's
Oh.
a backstory on it. Apparently, most coffee experts think that the whole thing is people like the story. The coffee's always been bullshit. What I think I heard about it is that when the Dutch colonized Indonesia, they made the Indonesians grow coffee, but they would not let the Indonesians have any of the coffee. They literally were not allowed to keep some to drink for themselves. So people noticed that the animals were eating it and shitting it out, and that's how they started making coffee for themselves, is because the Dutch didn't want the animal shit. So nobody ever liked it. Anyway, I drank some. It was okay. I spent like $10 on a latte.
Where'd you get it?
I have no regrets. In Bali.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. It was at least the real shit, because there's fraudulent shit coffee as well. I got the real deal. I saw the animal.
Nothing pisses me off more than drinking fake shit coffee.
If I'm gonna do it, and if
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay the premium.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back. You drank real shit.
I absolutely had the real stuff.
I might need to see it come
Totally
out of the
mediocre.
monkey's butt.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
This
is such a bad time.
That's dim sum. Nobody's ever shit that. That's like an actual part of an intestine on wet concrete.
There's like skin, and it's like I can see through it. And I think it's like broken open, and there's like maggots in there.
And some spinach, I think. This is
It
a
could-
dumpling.
It could be like a really, really old poopy. See, why isn't Will here to stop the show and redirect it? Because this is fucked. No, no, it's not a shit. I guess, man, this is the worst.
This
This really makes me not want to eat food. Like, if you want to go on a diet, play
Oh,
this
good.
game
Your
every
food's
day.
here.
I know.
Fuck!
Well, before you bite into your food, just think about that pile of bearded dragon shit.
Oh, that's so cheating. Stop fucking focusing in on it. Get back out. Oh, I can't play. Okay, that's it. I'm out.
This is a volcano.
I'm out.
What is this? Alright, you want to eat your lunch now?
It's like soup or something. I don't know,
You want to take a
dude.
break?
Oh my god.
sausage.
Yeah, those are shits too, great. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's human shit.
Okay,
Oh.
and finally that
It's
is...
a city or a shit. I
Yeah,
don't
that is
care.
the Midwest as pictured from space, or it's
Nope,
shit.
that's snake poop.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, it's great. It's poop.
That's Russian food.
Nope, that's chicken poop.
Okay. Devil dog?
You eat fucking devil dogs. No, it's a veggie dog.
God, how many are there? That's barbecue.
Nope, that's human shit.
Okay. And okay, I think we're good here.
We'll be back. people talking about Brian Callen.
No idea.
Something happened to him?
I saw I don't know if I follow him on Twitter or somebody retweeted a thing of him doing a show. Like Brian Callen's going to be in Austin doing that. Yeah, that's all I know.
Oh shit. Oh, fuck. How long have I got?
3.5 minutes. So Cooper should be here about 1:15.
Who?
Cooper Webb, the supercross guy.
Oh, really?
So if you want to do,
What's his? Can you give me his stats where he's and all that stuff?
he's in 12. It's on the one sheet.
Okay.
There. Coming back from a thumb injury that he suffered last year. 12th place. He broke his clutch in the last race in Houston. So if you want to promote the impressions game coming back, do some
For
headlines.
fans?
Yeah. Do some headlines, and then we'll have Cooper at 1:15.
Okay.
In the live read.
Okay.
I put the ad on the Ellis fan page.
Okay. Tully, did you hear that?
Impression rejoin news
So-
still Cooper?
Live read, impression, promote, headlines, Cooper.
Close the door.
How do you know it's time to switch the dish? If your TV bill was an unpleasant surprise this month and last month and the month before, it might be time to switch the dish. If you like to spend more time enjoying your favorite TV and less time on the phone with your cable company, It might be time to switch to dish. That's because dish is different. It's like my last girlfriend, Michael. She was different. I don't know. Anyway, with a 2-year price guarantee, free installation, and hands-free TV, they're being ranked #1 in customer service nationally by JD Power and their customers. With recognitions like that, I know. It's a better time than ever to switch to Dish. Dish, tuned into you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com or local retailer near you for JD Power Award information. Visit jdpower.com. Requires credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, e-auto pay, taxes and surcharges not included. For other restrictions apply. For full details, call 1-844-CALL-DISH. Dish, tuned into you.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, and you're listening to the Jason Ellis Show. A show that's so damn butch. I walked out of here with bigger man moves than I walked in. You're listening to the Jason Ellis Show. Take it away, Ellis.
If you can do a celebrity impression, or I don't care, an impression of somebody I've never heard of.
That's going to be a tougher one to do. I'd prefer that we all knew who it was, but sure, if you want to come in here and just impersonate Jim, the guy you know down the street, give it a go. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff to be won here, Ellis fan.
Right. So if you are interested in doing that, if you feel like you are up to the challenge, you don't need to send us a video of you doing the impression. You just need to email us to let us know that you can drop by the studio if you live here, you are planning to travel here, or what have you, to submit to ellis@gmail.com. The Ellis Fam Celebrity Impression Game, or non-celebrity impression game if you want to ride on the wild side.
Don't be pussies! All of you show up and do it! Thank you.
An octopus and a dolphin battled to the death.
Is it on video?
No.
Oh, good. I don't want to watch it.
And it appears to have been a draw.
But they both died.
Yeah.
Oh, they found 2 dead things and said they fought to the death?
Well, they found one dead thing hanging out of another dead thing's mouth.
Oh, I see what happened there.
Yeah. So the dolphin tried to eat the octopus.
Did it sting it?
No. So dolphins, or at least this kind of dolphin, has the ability to kind of detach its larynx from its blowhole to be able to get bigger bites of food down into its gullet.
Yeah.
And on the way down, the octopus was like, oh really, well fuck that, and jammed one of its tentacles in between to keep it from reclosing that.
Yeah.
So effectively the octopus choked the dolphin to death while the dolphin was eating it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, the streets of the ocean are tough.
A male Indo-Pacific bottlenose dolphin. This happened off the coast of Perth in Australia.
Oh, man.
And it seems to have been a really, really big octopus. They said they were pulling it out of the mouth and it just kept coming and coming and coming. The tentacles, I think, were 4 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a photo of the insides where the real action happened.
Oh, God. But that's just, that's pretty shocking. But at the same time, remember that guy that put a jar up his bum and it exploded?
Kind of, yeah, I do.
We're crazy. You know, You want to get crazy? Watch this. And that wasn't even for food, Michael.
Yeah. Did you ever almost choke to death?
No.
I had one moment, man. So stupid. So incredibly stupid. And the feeling that I was eating in a steakhouse and I just took too big of a bite and I didn't chew it very well. And I just had, that fateful moment where you're like, uh-oh. And then it went down. But we were the only table there, and I'm thinking, nobody in my immediate family knows how to save me. I know that.
Yeah.
And there's maybe 3 restaurant staff here total. So if this goes down, I'm probably going down.
You thought that all in that quick second of choking?
Yes. I did, actually.
Well, that tells me that that's not happened to me yet.
Yeah. It went on
food hasn't got me yet.
It went on for a second.
I'm sure it's coming, but...
And it's like a car crash. Time slows down. Because it was actually bad enough that time did slow down.
Wow.
And nobody at the table had any idea that I was hold on. Steady boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elsewhere in the sea, I guess you would say, a woman legally married a pirate, a 300-year-old pirate, a dead 300-year-old pirate.
Wait, you're allowed to do that?
Well, not landlubbers aren't allowed to do that, but who the fuck is to say in international waters? And that is where this woman went. Amanda T.
She's on the beach. That's not waters.
Well, no, but they went out on a boat to do it.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, they went way out on a boat.
Where's the dead guy?
Well, he's a spirit.
Oh, fuck off! How do they... Why don't we marry a fucking dead pirate and then, you know what I mean, the Jason Ellis show's there and then it gets a shout out? What the fuck are we talking about?
She just so happens to be a Jack Sparrow female impersonator.
Okay, now, okay.
She was lying in bed one night and could feel his energy beside her.
Jack Sparrow or this other guy?
No, this other guy. He's and she actually points out she did not marry a Jack Sparrow kind of guy. She said the guy that she married is Haitian, so he's a black guy. So this is an interracial spiritual
well, now I'm really
marriage,
angry.
and that's actually the part that her family has a problem with.
Yeah, no, me too.
So they started hanging out.
Ghost, but an 18th century ghost, sure, but not a black guy.
Right.
I draw the line.
That's where I draw the line. He was a Haitian pirate who lived in the 1700s. He was executed for being a thief on the high seas, and his heart was broken. He was once left at the altar, and he's been carrying that weight in his dead heart for 300 years before she.
Oh my God, Michael! What else is there?
He is. She said that the funny thing is that he sees the world in a weird sort of way because he's 300 years old and there's so many things about the modern world that sort of mystify him, but that she has always felt more comfortable living in the past, which is why she's a Jack Sparrow impersonator, but she feels like her dead pirate husband prefers living in the future. He really, really likes to turn her phone on and off, switch her lights on and off. They're writing a book with each other.
Yeah. That was a good idea. She went all the way out in the boat to do this, huh?
Yep.
With all those people.
They carefully selected some of they were careful to say their friends, and I think they put a wedding ring on a candle for him, since obviously he no longer has earthly fingers. And she chose a 1700 style dress. They just held a flag bearing a skull and crossbones as a symbol for her husband. And then they went on their honeymoon together.
Where?
They went to Newcastle in Northern Ireland for their honeymoon. She says the sex is great.
All right. The sex is great. She's. You guys took
She had a
People took
pregnancy.
photos
She
of
had a
her.
pregnancy scare.
Okay. Is this a...
No. No, it turns out she was just entering menopause.
Yeah, right. Like, there's got to be a punchline at the end of this, right? Is that it? Is that the end? That was it?
Yeah, there's always, it's always sets a place for him at the dinner table. They have date nights. She enjoys that she doesn't have to actually buy him a movie ticket, which saves her money.
Is there anything else in the news?
Yeah, of course there is.
She is cuckoo.
Scientists now say that it is not so much concussions that cause CTE, so much as repeated hits to the head. Which there's because the NFL, and people have already been pointing this out, to name one contact sport, has made a big deal and a big show out of taking people out of games when they are suspected of getting concussions. But that might not be the truly bad thing. What might be the truly bad thing is
just
playing football. Right. Yeah, right.
I actually saw that this morning and thought that was good news, because I just thought the big ones where I got really knocked out were the ones that were maybe going to come and get me later on. Because I feel like skateboarding is not like a bunch of, you don't hit your head all the time. It's just every now and then you hit your head real hard. So that was kind of good news. I mean, that part's out of the way. It's just my boxing career is probably not one to be pumped on. But still, I don't have 15 years of getting smacked in the face. I have a little less, hopefully.
So does this make you not want to box?
Well, my days of getting really sucked in the face are pretty numbered. I'm hitting pads, and maybe I'll go to Saxon's again next week, but I don't. like I said, it would for me to even if I took another fight, I don't think that it's necessary to spar like that anymore. I have nothing to prove in the gym with anybody. I'm not living in the clouds with my level of mixed martial arts, so I don't need to like prove to anybody that I can take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I really feel like it'd be a weird circumstance where I'm just getting fucking slapped up for 20 minutes and I'm okay with it. I think I might be done. Like if I spar Eddie and all those guys, Saxons, they just don't. If they're way better, they don't just like drop you.
Yeah, right.
It's not a place where you the next day you wake up and you got a little bit of a headache, or because those are the ones where it seems to me like this report that's not good for you.
No, it just doesn't seem like any of it to be doing a thing where you're getting rocked. Like you don't have to get a concussion to get rocked.
Yeah.
It's just not good for you. And if you take this to its logical conclusion, they really might well have to, and this would have seemed so unfathomable to say, and this would have seemed like such a nanny state thing to say even a couple of years ago, they might have to outlaw kids playing football and kids boxing because you could be doing permanent damage to yourself. And we let people smoke cigarettes once they are adults and can make that decision. We let people drink once they're adults and can make that decision.
Yeah.
We don't allow kids to make decisions like that about themselves. So you literally might have to either not train in boxing or illegally underground train in boxing or not start until you are 18.
Well, that's not... No, you can train in boxing, you just can't spar.
Right.
I mean, there's plenty of...
But you can't have golden gloves, or you can't have any... You can't fight.
No.
Right. And you can't play football. You can't have high school football.
No.
Right. If somebody wants to play football, because I would fully support if you understand the big thing that I think everyone is forgetting about the football thing is how many players. It does seem likely, if not definite, that the NFL knew it was worse than they were letting the players know. Those guys have an absolute right to file any fucking lawsuit they want.
Agreed.
But moving forward, nobody can say they're in the dark. Even if we don't know exactly what is bad or how bad it is, everybody knows. So if you're 18 and you want to be in MMA or you want to play football or you want to box, have at it.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't really even start training until you're that age. It's not not impossible to imagine that's where we're going.
Well, see the difference when you say training until that age is you don't have to do that. There's just look, and I feel like everybody in combat sports is training a different way. I do still hear that there's gyms where it's like, hey man, if you go there, just know that everybody lights everybody up in there. It's pretty gnarly. So that still exists. But there are arguments where good camps are saying, it's not necessary to just, blast each other in the fucking head all day. And I feel like, because MMA especially, because there's so many different mixed martial arts involved. It's not just let's all punch each other in the head. It's 15% of the training game if you're doing it the right way. There's all this, you got to be conditioned. I mean, really, if you're super fucking fit, you could kind of be a shitty fighter. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I do want to bring up, I think Stipe is, to me, I don't think, from what I see on social media, he is not the favorite.
Bet on him.
Because I'm watching, and I know that everybody who else has their special shows can bust my balls, but I keep watching a lot of stuff they keep posting of him hitting pads with his trainer, and they have this thing that they do with each other where he kicks him in the leg and he falls over. Just, it's a real jerk off on how hard he hits. Like, it's going too far. Like, everybody, because it's sort of like, you're saying if you get punched in the face by Stipe, it isn't going to knock you out? Because it fucking is.
Yeah.
Where these dudes are fucking 250. They're knocking you out. Mm-hmm. Sure, he hits a harder. His athletical abilities, like his attributes, I think, is the thing that we're really focusing on here. Because when I watch him do, especially, there's a video out there that everybody can see on Instagram. He kicks. It's a kick, jab, kick, and so when he kicks again, he knocks the dude over, and the dude fake falls over. But it's still, if you watch the other foot, he's kind of on his heel a little bit. He's not like a really technically efficient striker. He's just really fast for how big he is, and scary athletical. Like his build and his power is scary to everybody. But if you're Stipe Miocic and you're a fucking heavyweight UFC fighter, do you think he's fucking scared of getting knocked out? Like, he's Stipe. Like, he's scared of losing, but he ain't scared of the pain of getting knocked out. And in my opinion, which is probably clueless, Stipe is a really good striker. He knows what he's doing. His footwork and everything he does he's very efficient and he's very smart. And Francis, I see these interviews where he just keeps talking about how the power and I'm the champ, and like he truly believes it already, and everybody around him is hyping the fuck out of him.
Yes, I read a long article to that extent this morning.
Right, they're just, this is for sure going to happen, and I'm like, okay. As a guy that has a little bit of an MMA background, I'm watching these videos and I'm like, yeah, he's super fast. Like for how big he is, you can tell like how he kicks and punches like a middleweight dude would, but not a middleweight dude in the UFC. He kicks and punches like a middleweight dude who is, in my opinion, it doesn't look that good. When I see a video you post of him kicking and his toes are the pivoting foot, his toes are off the ground. That's not how you kick. That's not correct.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Anderson Silva would never have a video of him doing that. So I'm just saying, Stipe's punches, his hands back to his face. It's not as cut and dry. It's hard. It's funny because he's such a beast and everybody's promoting him as such a beast that even I'm like, yeah, well, I guess. You know what I mean? Stipe's got to be thinking, fuck. And then you hear Daniel Cormier going, yeah, man, I don't want to fight the heavyweight. I definitely wouldn't ever fight Francis Ngannou, and made a joke about how nobody should. So, and you think, well, Daniel probably knows more than Jason, so yeah. Because he's very scary. I think he's a beast that's a very scary man, and if he touches you, you will get knocked out. But
and I think before...
Watch them both hit pads and tell me who you think is a more refined striker. But I would easily be Stipe.
I know based on this article that I read with Ngannou this morning on The Ringer, which is a big mainstream sports website, that he's all into Mike Tyson, not because of the power, but because of the technical boxing. He wants to be elusive. He doesn't want to be just like me punch you in face guy.
Who's that?
This is Francis.
Okay.
He's really, really into that idea that he can be, just a more slippery kind of fighter.
Okay.
And it's great to aspire to that, but it doesn't. It's hard to get to that point, and not everybody can get to that point just because they really, really want to. So, anytime the hype trade really, 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 really gets going for one guy, I think you can make a pretty good living just always betting against the hype train strictly because of the way the odds work.
Yeah. And
the hype train. So this would be, as I say, if I ever have some money to waste, I'll bet on shit like this. I would bet on Stipe strictly because of the effect of the hype that I'm sure has had on the odds.
I mean, first of all, I don't know what the odds are, and second and third, I don't know what Joe Rogan and the Big Brown think. So I'd be interested because I feel like those guys know more about mixed martial arts than I ever will, and I would be interested to know what their thoughts are on the fight, if they think it's even close or they think it'll destroy him. Because I was just thinking about it, and after watching Instagram and these constant, it's annoying to me because it's like, okay, fucking pad holder, do you really have to do that for the crowd over and over again? It kicks me over. I'm like. Yeah. It's like if I was hitting pads with Eddie this morning, and every time I threw an overhand right, he fucking whoa and like fell. I'd be like, dude, come on.
Well, I don't think most of us really know what Ngannou is, because how many fights has he had since he really became himself? Not all that many.
He's the favorite.
Yeah.
Crazy underdog favorite type setup with the odds currently. It's only you have to bet $170 to win $100 if Ngannou won.
Okay.
It's nowhere near like the Cormier Ozdemir fight, which
Right.
is way more not balanced.
Right.
I just think that the dummy money comes along at a certain point. And look, the dummy money's been going towards Conor McGregor for a couple of years, and the dummy money's been doing just fine, short of a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather. So I'm not saying the dummies are always wrong, but I think when the dummies get excited about something, bet against them every single time, and odds are eventually. I think Francis will win. That's what I actually believe will happen, but I would bet on Stipe.
I know.
You know my angle.
Yeah, no, because it's little gloves and everybody kind of, when you move around, everybody kind of skims each other at least once. So you kind of you're thinking, well, if they're skimming each other and Francis skims Stipe, then that's kind of over. But I just, like you said, now that's, he's saying that he wants to be technical and he wants to like win this, and I'm like, okay, well, does he have that? Because like I said, I would, if it was a boxing fight, my money would be on Stipe 110%. Because I think if you can take a little shot before you get in and go against each other, he's just better. But,
well, I'm excited.
What do I know?
Yeah. Fun to
if anybody
talk
who
about.
listens to the show listens to the Big Brown Breakdown or Joe Rogan's podcast. I saw Joe Rogan, I don't know if it's true or not, but he had Mel Gibson on the fucking show.
I saw that a couple places.
Is that true?
I assume it's true, yeah.
Fuck. Can we get Mel Gibson on the show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with like a gene stem cell doctor.
Oh, man. Now
I'm not
actually
familiar
gonna...
with gene stem cell.
It's a short.
He's huge.
Please, I'm just Gene.
Mel brought gene stem cell into the Joe Rogan show to talk about stem cell research, I
That's
assume.
Dr. Gene Stem Cell. Thank you.
Like, Mel opened a suitcase and out popped gene stem cell. I can't wait to see the video of him popping out.
Yeah, that'll be great. Hey, we have a guest.
Okay.
One of our other guests just grabbed this guest for a photo, so 1 second, they're finishing up.
Who's fanning out?
The next guest, they'll explain it. We're good to go now.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing? Cooper Webb. Moto dudes, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, who are you taking? What are you going to explain to me? Who are you taking photos with? Right now?
I
Was
forget
it
his name.
Rob Corddry?
Yeah.
Did he
Rob
grab you?
Corddry.
Rob Corddry likes Moto. He likes you.
I don't think he knows anything about moto, but I watched that show Ballers.
Oh, you were trying to get a photo with him. He liked
They
you.
like social media, all that stuff.
Did you bring up The Rock? He loves that.
Nah.
So how's it going, dude?
Good, man. All
When you
good.
everybody, you got a thumb injury. I see the scar there on your thumb. You got a thumb injury that completely fucks you up in moto. What kind of a thumb injury is that exactly?
UCL tear. So that
Oh.
ligament. So I had to get full surgery and
You got to keep the
Thing
microphone
was-
closer.
sorry.
Wait, so you tore, because I've torn ligaments before, but not in my fingers. So your thumb didn't work anymore? Like it wouldn't hold on? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically it would go from the top all the way to touch your wrist pretty much without that ligament. It kind of keeps it this
Oh.
motion so it's not going left to right real bad. So we had to put a screw in it and make sure that thing healed up, especially throttle side too.
Right, so is that like a forever problem? Like is that like, man, I wish I had my original hand back, or have they fixed it?
So far it's been fine. I mean, at first it was definitely a little tricky and you weren't sure, but it was like a 12-week recovery thing. I was riding in like 8 weeks, but it wasn't right at first.
Right, and is that kind of is everybody, your sponsors, they're like on board with you saying my thumb's not exactly right, but it's like points is more valuable than, because potentially you could fuck your thumb up again. And
forever. Yeah, for me, luck.
did the doctor say that, like forever
Yeah,
kind of thing you're facing?
Exactly. It was pretty much. Hey,
But that's you guys though, right?
Yeah, I mean, most doctors don't know. I mean, you know how
Right.
it is. They don't know sports and what we can go through. So, I mean, luckily for me, it was the last race of the season.
Okay.
So I had a few months to let it heal. Luckily, or otherwise, yeah. I mean, sometimes if it's for a title, you're gonna sacrifice. I mean, I've had to do it before with a broken wrist, but sometimes you got to be smart. It's just kind of knowing when to and when not to.
So, is everything? Do you have any sort of brace or anything, or is it just all your hand is one free hand now? It's working. Are you working?
Yeah, it's all good. We tape it just for precautionary, but other than that,
In case
everything's
you come
fine.
off, like don't let that thing. You just need a little bit of a brace.
Yeah.
I get it.
So yeah, luckily it healed up. Like I said, I didn't have to race injured, and it's been fine ever since.
So now you're 100%.
100%.
So now there's no excuses.
No,
So now you.
it's all on me.
And how's that feel?
That's fine.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
I guess you guys have been in it for long. That's the pocket that you want to be in, huh?
Yeah, no, I mean that's the unique thing about our sport is it's not a team sport. It's all on you. I mean, obviously the motorcycle has to be working well and good vibes and everything like that. But you're going and lining up every weekend.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's a little. I know that you can have a good bike, and people, you know, I mean, the privateers don't have bikes as good as yours, but I've seen dudes that have. I don't think it's the same as cars exactly. Like you can, if you're good, you're good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's not like other motorsports where it comes to, you know, the car or the motorcycle first. I think in our sport, it's athlete first, and the talent and the hard work kind of oversteps the actual motorcycle.
Right, so you're saying your mechanics are pretty much useless. It's pretty much all Cooper Webb all the way.
Cooper Webb show. Nah, I mean, it's like
They try.
Yeah.
They do their best.
Yeah.
It's important to have a solid foundation, but at our level on the factory teams, it's picking hairs between our bikes.
How's that Yamaha treating you? You like that?
Yeah.
You
we
like
got
the
a whole
blue?
new one.
Yeah.
The 2018's all different, so that was nice. Last year's was a little bit of a struggle for me.
Why is that?
It was the heaviest one out there. Was one of the problems.
So now they figured that out. They got it down to what ranking are they in the lightest?
I think 3 or 4.
See how they all have. It's just a constant fight against each other.
He had no chance with the 2017. We all knew that.
Right.
He won't say it, so I will.
So now your thumb works and your bike's lighter. So once again, no excuses.
No excuses.
So
Yeah.
what's your excuse? Why aren't you number one?
I'm not. I'll own it. It's all me. I've been fucking struggling. So.
When you say struggling, is it just like your head? Because I feel like when they say some guys are, you know, like they're faster, and then for some reason there's something people like when I hear like Emig and shit say, I know him to be faster than that, or Ricky Carmichael. So I think to myself sometimes, I'm like, wait a minute, you're fucking yourself up in your own head. But you're capable of going faster. Does that happen? Like, would you say that that's something you're facing right now?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm definitely in my head. I mean, you know, like I said, the last race I did get injured, so I think showing up at Anaheim's already a big pressure race, and you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you get in your head. But I think in the back of my mind, I was still a little worried about, hey, this is my first race back since injury, so I don't want to. You have that burden in the back of your head to stay a little safe, and then. You know, last weekend I was just struggling in 2 of the whoop sections, and at this level, when you're struggling, it's hard to race against the best when you're not quite comfortable. So,
people who don't know moto, whoop section he's talking about, it's the bumpy shit that they sort of plane across the top of. And I like moto. I rode bikes my whole life. I'm well aware of those things because I don't fucking go over them. That's because the ones that they make in that stadium, they're not like the ones that you go to the motocross track and you skim over. Like when I go to other tracks where I can roll through it and be like, oh, this is mellow, and then I'll be like, man, fly through. I'm like, man, I look like the dudes on TV. But then you go to the stadium, and you go, what the fuck is that? It's they're death-defying. So to skim across them. You've done it your whole life. You're very good at it. I know that there's a certain level when you get to the top 10 guys, they skim across it in a different way, which means they put in a lot of work at doing a very dangerous, because it's sort of one of those things where halfway through you can't just say, oh, it's bad, I want to slow down and get out. You have to go all the way through.
Yeah. No,
commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment thing, like you said, and like you said, for the people that don't really know, it's in our sport one of the sections that separate a lot in racing. So nowadays you come in pretty much with as much speed as you can, and you have to be perfect across, or your wheels are gonna go ass over tea kettle type deal.
Right, because it's like the front wheel misses one, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
So, but you're saying that last weekend your bike was sucking through that, or you were sucking through that?
I mean, it's a commitment thing for me. I mean,
so you were like, I could go a little bit faster through this weekend, but it's the first time back. Okay, so now I'm understanding, because to go that one level faster, it's like you can't warm up to that one. You're either going to go full bore or you're not going to go full bore.
Exactly, and it's tough when you get put on the gate and you know, hey, I'm struggling in the whoop section. These guys are better than me, and then say you get a good start, and you're coming around, and it's like, hey, I have to hit these fast.
Oh, because they're gonna. Oh, wow! And they might even hit you, right?
Yeah,
like,
and you haven't ridden the track in a few hours, so you don't know how they are. You're just like, so it's that commitment level, which it comes from being comfortable on your bike and confidence and this and that. But overall, it's just the commitment level that I need to be better at.
Well, it's like a zone flow state. kind of thing, right? Like if you're thinking about it, you're already kind of not where you really need to be.
Exactly. If you're thinking about it, then that's probably the problem.
Yeah.
So this weekend, Anaheim, right?
Yeah.
Anaheim 2. This weekend, how is Cooper Webb's mind? Are you coming in, hey Yamaha, everybody, I'm going to be a little bit faster, but I'm not going to be a full idiot yet? Or are you like, Cooper Webb's ready to go full idiot this weekend?
Well, we figured out a little bit of the commitment issues. Like I said, I mean, it was me for sure, but anytime there's a problem in racing, the team and myself, we come up with a solution. So this week we were able to test some new suspension parts that help for the whoops, helped for the corners, and got me more comfortable. And really, that's all I did all week was just practice whoops and practice my weak points. So we made a lot of progress this week. So I'm hoping this week, not being full idiot, but maybe full of confidence. And
that was a smart answer. I was hoping he would just say I'm an idiot and check me out this weekend at Anaheim. But I guess you got sponsors. You don't want Monster to be like, wait, did he just say he's going to go full idiot in the stadiums? A lot of money riding on you. You got to do well. Got to stay safe. Do you take advice? Are you in awe of Chad Reed when you see him?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously knowing the level of what he is and being on the same field as him must be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is cool. We were teammates last year, and I looked up to him, and I met him a long time ago when we were younger. I was probably 9 years old. We did a photo shoot at his house for, at the time it was Thor, and it was pretty cool back then being on 85. He was killing it.
Yeah.
And got to kind of see the behind the scenes, him in Florida and his tracks and stuff. So I met him way back then, and then being teammates and getting to know him and the respect I have for him still racing at the level and the age he's at, and especially this year with his injury, it was pretty cool to be teammates and get to know him a lot more and pick his brain.
Man, Cooper Webb just got like 50% cooler in like 3 seconds with that answer. I thought he was gonna be like, "What, dude? Yeah, sure, he's great." Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I love that dude.
It was cool. We got to actually race. I went and raced the Sydney. They had twice now, so it was cool to go there and race him and his environment. And
they made a cool track, huh? Or was that not cool for you?
For me, I like that style. I mean, obviously it's not as great as the tracks here just because our stadiums are much bigger, but for that vibe and that atmosphere, it was a small stadium. The track was mellow, but it was a good track, and to race, I mean, they had it packed out both nights, and the crowd just loving it. So,
yeah, Aussies love Modo.
Yeah, that was cool.
So are you a kind of guy that would predict a podium this weekend, or you don't do that?
I'll do it.
You'll do that?
I'll do that.
You think that you're going to be in there this weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, so that basically means that tomorrow you start, because I would like to know this too, when you start doing, tomorrow you get to do some laps, right?
Yeah, we do.
You don't know the track, you haven't ridden the track, you just see a photo of it, and the photo's kind of bullshit. It's like when you see a video game of a ramp and then you ride it, you're like, that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
So you kind of know, I'm going to go left after I go over this jump, but that's as far as you know. So you get out there, and then how long, because I know that all of you can make your adjustments pretty quick, but how long until it's pretty official? Is it official on Friday? Who's the one to be, like the three that are the toughest, or is it on Saturday all of a sudden you're like, whoa, shit, I didn't know he was going to do that? Is it like that?
Yeah, I think with it being so early in the season and us we don't really, at least in the 450 class, have an established guy yet.
Yeah.
You don't really know. I mean, we've had 2 different winners so far. The podium's been different. So for me, it's more of you go there and you learn the track. Like you said, you see it in person. You have a feeling who's going to be good, who's not going to be good.
Right.
Some guys might surprise you, but overall, you never know. And even from practice to the racing, it's like you go from trying to do one fast lap in practice to now in the main event, you got to do 20 minutes. So.
Right. Well, what about, because you're saying there isn't like an actual person, a significant guy, but I mean, there is 3 kind of, I feel like Ken has a wrist brace on, and we were just talking about the thumb thing. I'm sure that's there to like be smart and be some sort of backup thing, but I ride moto a little bit. People have given me one of those things before. I couldn't fucking use that even if my wrist was good. Like, and does it make me slower? Fuck yeah. So I feel like he's not 100% yet.
No, and he's
he'll
always
get quicker.
good. I mean, he's such a good racer, but like you said, I mean, for us, I think my mindset going in, the best 2 guys were going to be Tomac and Musquin, and they're hurt.
Yeah, right.
If they're racing, so for us now, it's kind of like a whole new ballgame.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna be watching. I'm always watching. I cannot stop watching Supercross. That's my shit.
Like it.
Wait, this may be really, really dumb, but somebody just tweeted at me, breaking news, Ryan Villapoto to race Phoenix Supercross.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Idiot.
me and him are like, maybe he's right. Like, I would see a race between him and Ricky Carmichael. Like, just both of them race, like, for real. Because they're both like, look, dude, I ride, but fuck off. Like,
so they're doing, I don't know if you know, but he's actually helping out Yamaha now.
Who is?
Villapoto.
He is?
Yeah, ironically. So, he's actually racing the snow bike at X Games this upcoming week.
Wait, snow bike. That's the one that isn't. That's like the one that actually looks like a dirt bike with the ski things on the front, right?
They've somehow turned a dirt bike into a snow ski.
And is it so similar that, I mean, obviously, I don't even have to ask the question. It must be so similar that if you're good on a dirt bike, you can handle this thing.
I would assume, but I have no idea. I hadn't had a chance to talk to
Holy
him.
shit! Man, fuck snowboarding. I want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm too old to snowboard. That thing's just like, man, fuck everybody. Man, people would hate. Imagine if that became a new thing where everybody
just
has
low pass skiers.
You go to,
fuck you.
Like you go to fucking Big Bear and it's just down just dickheads on 450s killing each other. Oh, snow times. Everybody go. It's on. Same thing that the UFC's on. Fox Sports 1 this weekend. I think it's on that anyway. At Cooper Webb. At Cooper Webb. Lowercase Jigamy Thing 2 on Twitter, man, and then Instagram, Cooper Webb 2, and Facebook, Cooper Webb 175. What do you do on Facebook, Cooper Webb?
I don't use Facebook much.
I figured that.
That's old school, I feel.
Are you a charismatic motherfucker on Instagram? I don't feel like you're allowed to be.
Another shit night in Houston, he says.
I feel like these dudes are the hardest working dudes in showbiz. I feel like it's the toughest. You have to be so fucking fit, and then because I feel like it's bull riding and moto and MMA to me are the ones, because if you do stuff that's like really hard on your body where you're gonna gas out and you push it to the limits, I think moto's right up there. But I always, it's sort of like, no disrespect to street skaters, some of them, and vert dudes, but to me it's like, what about if you're gassing and if you fuck up you get knocked out and wake up in hospital? It makes you gas out quicker. I refuse to think any other way. Like, like if my life's on the line as well, that makes it way harder. So to me, moto is one of those things where dudes go so fast and their bikes are so quick, and it's always evolving. Like the dudes that are fast now are beating the dudes from next year. It keeps going, and all you guys have these weird stories. You all have those weird shoulders where they're like birds cage things with their bones come out the side. None of them have a cool, like, yeah, man, I've never been to hospital. They all just get destroyed. It's the hardest job in the world, I think.
I would agree, man.
Yeah, so I'll be watching and not doing it. Congratulations to you, you crazy bastard. And
to get you out, maybe.
No. Oh, you know what? I'll go out. I've been out with Chad Reed before. Like, he's gone riding with me. Yeah, he like went through a rhythm section with me so that somebody could film it. So me and Chad Reed went through a rhythm section together. It was one of the most historical days of my life.
That's very cool.
Yeah, but I don't like try to like. I know you guys. Like, yeah, I'm like, no, dude, fuck off. Like, go over there. I understand how moto dudes work. They're like, come on, come with me. And I'm like, no, I don't come with you. I don't go anywhere where.
I want to go ride by myself.
Yeah, that's how I know you guys. You guys think it's real funny when everybody else eats shit. Wait. Change now. Wait, somebody has. All right, I'll allow one question because we got to move on. Go ahead, John. You got a question for Cooper?
Yes, I do. Because the guy did the dirt bike comp too, by the way. So you know I'm in the moto.
Oh, okay.
Couple questions for you, man. What is it like this year within the metal starting grade?
Doesn't change too much. I mean, it's still a start. I think it just is more cleaning everything up behind the gate. Kind of makes less work for our Shriders having to pack our gate and stuff. But other than that, I don't think it makes too big of a difference.
All right, and then what about I listen to a lot of preseason shows. Now they mentioned about making the whoops more consistent throughout the year. Is that something you've noticed for the first three rounds?
I haven't noticed that yet. No.
I know. I think they're all worn out and people are jumping through them like they always do.
Yeah.
One last thing. I mean, your seat
Yeah, we have been. It's been cool. We've been able to practice together and ride together. He's been in California. I've been in California, so it's cool to elevate our level during the week and then have that camaraderie to go race each other on the weekend. And yeah, he's been doing good. So.
Seems like he's really chilled out, man. Have you noticed that? It's, a whole persona. Like he's no longer like the Bam Bam of the past.
Yeah, definitely chilled out.
He used to be.
Well, hey, thanks for asking the question, man. Good luck this week.
Yep, thank you, man.
He used to be like an asshole or something. All right.
I mean,
hey man,
aggressive racing for sure. I've always liked him and got along with him, but he's definitely had he's brought some flair and.
Okay, because I always look at it from a fan's perspective. I guess if I was coming into a turn and somebody fucking cracked into me and it was good old Bam Bam again, and I knew that like he just did that to people all the time, I guess I would be like, I kind of fucking don't like that guy.
Yeah.
I can see that because I'm always looking at it on the couch. I'm like, oh, he bumped into someone. Like I don't care unless it's Chad Reed, but you know he would never do that. Anyway.
I mean, from a fan's perspective, I think it's some fans get sensitive and some love it. So it's all. Can't make
It's the
everybody
passion,
happy.
man. That's how it is. I get wrapped up in MMA and moto because I'm passionate about it. I can have an argument about somebody being good or bad for only one reason, because I give a shit. Maybe too much sometimes. But everyone will check it out. It's this weekend. Cooper Webb, everybody. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
We will be back. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, no worries. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Best of luck out there, dude. Hope
appreciate it.
shit stays together.
Yeah. Drive it going.
Did Jenny give you parking validation?
Yeah,
Okay,
they got taken care of.
awesome. Thanks for coming
Yeah.
through.
No worries.
Best
Thanks
of
for
luck.
having me, man.
Then we brought a bunch of posters he's gonna
Awesome.
sign. How many do you think? 10?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Okay,
If,
great.
give those out to a bunch of listeners, and that'd be sweet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Silver.
Do you want any specific names or?
Yeah. Jason, does like Tiger want a signed poster?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So one to Tiger.
This is son, Tiger.
Yeah.
Love it.
Jason, I'm Alyssa, the one you texted about the suite when you couldn't make it.
Oh,
Nice to
okay,
meet you
cool.
in
Thanks
person.
for being so helpful, by the way.
Oh, of course. We appreciate all of your help. Andrew is the man.
You know, I really, especially when I saw that on the TV, I was like, oh man, the middle thing, I blew it. That thing's
Yeah,
sick.
I know.
They're like, hey, look, there's this new middle thing, and I'm like, dude, we could have been there.
Well,
I got a bunch of other people that tell me what to do on the weekend these days. I'm like, moto. Oh, I want to go. I don't want to go. I want to go to my friend. My daughter's 12, so now it's like this whole new. She used to be so excited about Supercross. And now
Really?
She's like, I hate Supercross. I hate bikes. I hate that you're into
Maybe
it.
15 or 16 she'll get back into it.
That's
I'm
what
a
I hear, but
16-year-old and she's
Right now, it's
totally
just
all.
a constant
Yeah.
insult.
yeah.
What are you guys talking about? Ugh.
We're pretty,
like,
I
man.
know, we're pretty brutal at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really.
Until you,
Yeah.
I mean, till about, you're lucky if your 16-year-old's opened up, but I feel like
Mhm.
you're in for it till she's about 18.
Alright.
And then she'll start to be like, oh, my parents were right. I get it. I start to get it. But
And
yeah,
they're pretty cool. They're not
buckle
bad
up,
people.
buddy.
You go to Oz much anymore? No. Where were you from?
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Okay.
My brother raced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he used to. He raced for KTM. He was like #1 in Victoria and like
Yeah.
top 4 in Australia for a while, and then he just ripped the shit out of himself. Like compound fractured himself, and then his mother and this is my stepmom, but his mother and his wife were just like constantly on him like to quit.
Yeah, I guess
And I'm like,
so.
dude, you can't have people telling you that you might die before you go to a race. Like from my skateboarding experience, I'm like, that's no conversation to be having, dude. I'm like, you need to tell them to shut the fuck up or get out. And in the end, he got out because they were just like, you're gonna kill yourself. But I'm like, dude, he's not. It's his. You know, I mean, he's gonna be old one day. This is his little.
Let him do it.
Yeah, and when you get that good, you know you put in time. Like, let him live it.
Yeah, sure.
Because I love riding. It was just like I was over here being a skateboarder, and then he came over like 10 years later and went to Elsinore, and I'm like, what the fuck are you?
No,
He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
What
you're like a motocross monster. Like I didn't. And he's just because he's not like me. He doesn't really
Yeah.
talk or anything. But I don't know. Guess I ride a little bit. Like a little bit.
That's funny.
You mind if we get a picture? Fuck it.
Are you limping or are you like?
Nah, I'm just
I was gonna say you guys.
sore leg. So you must know Bilko then, huh?
Fuck it.
Cool.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You hang out with him a lot?
Yeah. We got. Do you know Dr. G? Or
Yeah.
Dr. D?
Yeah.
I always see him in there, and then he lives like in Marietta by Temecula.
I used to live in Marietta. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I hang out with him every once in a while.
Yeah, that was my. I tried to just live out there and be a moto dude, and then I drove from Marietta to here, and then on Friday, the first time it took me like 4 or 6 hours to get back, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta leave Marietta and move to Hollywood."
Right.
But
That's
it's
great.
amazing.
Thanks,
Good luck
you guys,
again.
for
Alright,
your
thanks.
help.
See you
All
guys.
the best.
You know,
Appreciate
any of the other guys are coming through, and
For sure.
love to have them on.
Man,
Awesome.
fantastic.
We will
Yes,
definitely
we
take you
will.
up on that.
Perfect.
How much time do I have?
Thank you,
4
everybody.
minutes.
Take care.
You guys want a poster signed, any of you guys?
Oh.
Okay, son. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
So do we have an update on Cordry? I ran into Jenny in the hall, and she indicated he might be done early over there.
Yeah, Kyle doesn't normally go full 30. Normally he wraps about 50 after, so we should probably have 5 to 10 minutes of fill before he's
Okay.
available.
Okie
He hosts up all afternoon on Entertainment Weekly.
Smarmy glasses.
Smarmy?
What's
He just must got something to say
That's for sure the most fun thing I've heard you say ever. I so want to fucking beat this guy now. Just be like, you smirmy fuck. So right. Am I right, Betsy? Like, man. Now I think I know who you're talking about just by saying that. Is he like kind of an Asian looking dude?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like a nerdy looking dude with like, heavy black glasses. Like you just push him over with one finger.
You should threaten him to fight at Ellis Mania.
Wait, me fighting
Yes,
him?
I'm not doing it.
Well, he's never said anything smarmy about me to my face, so I don't
So?
know if I have beef with him. But
Just start it anyway.
he did make fun of Everlast and Be Real though.
What?
See what I mean? He's smarmy.
What do you mean?
We were talking about it was right before the remotes, or the remote, and I was like, yeah, we got Be Real and Everlast coming, and he's like, how many white rappers can you fit in one room? And I was like, I'm not even gonna bother correcting you, you smarmy idiot. He makes comments.
You better fucking watch it.
And I was like, why do you say that to Be Real's face?
His Hispanic face? Yeah, motherfucker! Hey, can you shut the door? It's cold. It's cool in here.
Last week there was a new app that would allow you to track your farts as they developed inside your innards. Today, it is an app to help you track your boners.
Why?
The app is called Morning Glory, and it launches today on the Apple Store.
Go ahead, I'm just sad for the world.
It allows men to get diagnosed for erectile dysfunction. Apparently...
Wait, how do you not know that? Don't you just not have a boner? Is Rob Corddry here? Are you listening?
Sorry, what was that?
Is Rob Corddry here?
Yes, he's here.
Can he come in?
Oh, bring him in.
I'm holding court out there. What's up, guys? Hal, put her there. Put her. Are we on?
Young Rob Corddry in the house.
Oh man!
Looking good, champ.
Shot out of a cannon today.
Oh yeah?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just did EW radio,
Oh.
and you know how that gets you. It gets me going.
They suck balls.
You guys hate all other stations,
Oh
right?
no, they talk shit on Be Real. I just found out. Not
Get
cool
outta
about that.
here.
Yeah. Better watch I don't tell Be Real.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know what Be Real is.
He's Dr. Green Thumb.
Oh, Dr. Green Thumb.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
Cy-
you don't...
Cypress Hill?
Oh yeah, sure. I know Cypress Hill. Like, okay, yeah, you gotta like set me up for to give you more information than just.
I don't think it's
like
fair.
I've been sitting here for 6 hours already.
Cooper Webb knows who you are. You don't know who.
Yeah, Cooper Webb.
Yeah.
Met that.
Good
fellow.
friends with Be Real.
Is he really?
No.
I doubt it.
I thought perhaps you didn't know who Cooper Webb was.
I met
of
that
course
dude
you know
outside,
who he is.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's the man you just met, which
Yeah.
I don't need to remind you
Did
of
he
that
go
because of
through
course
the-
you know that.
Did he go through the whole bit of what I warned him about you guys in here?
No.
He didn't go through. Oh, good.
You
'Cause
warned him?
He wouldn't. Yeah.
Why?
I was like, always. I said, oh, you're going in there. Always look Ellis in the eyes.
Oh, fuck off. You lie, right?
Always look him in the eyes because then he's like an animal, and he'll if you take your eyes off him, he'll attack.
He didn't
No,
know
I'm
that.
totally serious.
He was looking at me in the
but
eyes
I was
a lot.
but I was kidding. I was obviously kidding. So,
That's
Yes.
lion tamer advice that you're giving.
yeah.
Here's the chair.
Be the
Hold
alpha.
it up. Yeah.
Be the alpha. Ellis is a lion.
Do you really feel that way at all?
What?
There's a kernel of truth to that you're walking into with an animal.
No,
27 years?
absolutely not. This fellow? No. I love this guy. He would never hurt me.
No, of course he wouldn't.
You wouldn't hurt me.
Why are you asking like you fucking... It's a mystery.
I know you. Well, you looked at me like I. Maybe,
No, I'm not sure if I believe...
No. Maybe you gave me I could hurt you.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I know. You,
No, I thought you were like...
wouldn't.
I'm super, what is it, insecure. I'm like, yeah, he thinks I'm crazy too.
Now, I went for the I just went for the easiest joke out there.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
And I
That's
wanted
you.
to get him mentioning my name.
He's a
Yeah.
huge fan of yours.
Is he really?
That's what he told
He's
us.
a very, very quiet young fellow.
Hey, moto dudes are. They're
Yeah.
very busy training and doing moto stuff.
Just always on moto.
I think it takes a lot.
Yes.
No offense to your career,
No,
but I think it takes more to be a moto
Listen,
dude.
I'll go out on a limb and say that's way harder than what I do.
How much time and effort do you still put into like maintaining your craft?
What do you mean, my craft?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
You mean, like-
Are you at the point in your career where you could just not do a thing for a couple weeks or even a couple months and just show up? You're like, yeah, I'll do the cordery when I get there. Wake me up when it's
Do
time
the
to work.
cordery when I turn it on the cordery.
Or do you have like daily like singers need to do daily
No,
exercises?
I don't do shit like that. No, I don't think many actors do that shit. If I have a role that I'm, working up towards, I'll read. I just read shit all the time. I'll just read it and read it and read it over and over again, because I feel like then that's the best way to know it. First of all, like the thing that I believe, like if you know what your character is doing, you know what he's saying, so the words will come naturally. You don't have to memorize them.
Yeah.
And then when you're on set, you're not like you haven't memorized it with a certain cadence to it, so it's just natural. So there's really nothing like that's it basic, like that's the basic thing, so with me at least. And so there's nothing really to like, no exercises, daily exercises I can do, I guess.
Do you ever say to yourself it's time to turn the cordery on though?
I have other sayings. It's like
time to turn on the sex
I
machine.
sometimes I go, cordery, go!
Right.
Right. Or
Activate.
Yeah.
That's
Activating
what I-
Cordry power.
Yeah, I put 2 rings on either hand, and I make them
Oh,
touch.
that's good.
And I go, activate.
That's good.
Jason Ellis.
And also, Jason Ellis.
What does that mean?
Because you got this 2 hands. They're both your hands.
Oh, so you're saying
You have a
I
ring.
was-
You have a ring for each, and when you combine them, obviously.
Hey, great. Is it shit or is it food bit, Tully?
Hey, thank you.
Really super fucking bit.
Makes you think, huh?
Yeah. The real head scratcher, that one.
You should have been here.
You know,
It's not too late. We can bring them up if you
No,
like.
we can't.
no, let's not
I got
do
a
that.
smoothie that could be in the fucking game.
Oh my God, so do I.
That's
Okay,
when I
let's
had to
move
stop listening, is when you were like, your lunch came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Oh, man.
Who's doing that? Nobody.
No one's doing that.
And why? I mean, I can't think of a single good reason.
No one is doing
The
that.
show will be on terrestrial in a matter of days.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, it'll be mainstream.
Is it?
It'll be on Colbert.
Yeah, James Corden.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
James Corden.
He's a thief, right? He'll love that.
Oh, yeah. It's totally Corden. Oh, how are you guys?
Real good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Healthy,
You
strong,
Guys, you guys are busy today.
good teeth.
Yeah, well, we're a huge show. I don't know.
Wait, how are we busy? We haven't done a
I don't
goddamn
know.
thing.
It seems- how many hours do you do this now?
We're not fired.
3.
3. I don't know.
It's a powerful
Seems you
statement.
guys have like, this is a compliment. You guys, it seems like a longer show because there's so much. You guys do a lot.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
Yes.
like a compliment.
You guys do a lot in a show.
No, it's like
He thought of it as that. I just care.
I took it as a compliment.
That's all I care.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off the lion.
No, don't piss off the lion.
I do feel that way, so I'll pat ourselves in the back, and maybe people wouldn't even agree with this, but sometimes I'll listen to a show and they bring up some news story, and then I like go do something, and I come back, and I'm like, oh my God, they're still just talking about that one thing. I'm not saying the show just never gets hung up on
Yeah.
shit for hours at a time, but for the
that's
most
where
part,
it's best, right? Like,
well, there's a right time and a wrong time
Yeah,
to do that.
sure.
I feel like some shows habitually will devote 20 minutes to
like
every
me
headline. Yeah.
bringing up the shit or food bit like an hour after
Yeah.
you did it.
Oh, I hate this show.
Yeah.
You're not helping at all.
I'm on fire. Are you kidding me? I'm
Sorry.
slaying.
Yeah, you turned the Cordry on, all right.
We're not paying him, so we're getting Cordry on 5 at best.
Oh yeah. Well, that's fair. Then this is a free one.
No, it's a good one, man.
You do look. You look tanned.
I'm not.
Is it spray tan?
I might
Are you
have.
taking that weird pill that makes you tan and
Nope.
gives you more erections?
No, sir.
All right.
Does it do both of those things?
Yeah, there's a thing.
What do you mean weird erections?
Well, a lot. Like it's just
a
like
lot.
you're ready to you flare up at any given moment.
I thought you meant it gives you weird ones, like weirdly shaped ones.
No. I'm
Gives
pretty
you, like,
sure.
90 degree
I mean, I
angle.
wouldn't take it, but there's an injection that makes you tanned and gets your bone and horny.
Who needs that?
Some of my friends, they didn't need it, but they
Yeah.
got it.
Just for the fun of it?
I mean, what's her name? That Morgan Bailey chick was super tanned, and she was claiming it was an injection. I'm like, wait, an injection made you tan? She's like, yeah, and it makes you real horny too.
She
I'm
got
like,
boners?
yeah, she's a transgender lady.
It's
Oh,
called
far out.
it's called Milano tan, which I could very easily mistakenly take when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, right.
Because I was like, dummy, just searched melatonin. Oh wait,
Yeah. I've never heard of this. No, I don't like the sound of this.
Erections and a tan.
That's too much. That's weird.
It sounds hard on the heart. That's what worries me about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
my skin tans itself. Seems like you're
Yeah.
putting the body under unnecessary pressure.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of stress you're putting your body under,
Yeah,
right?
squirt it out, tan.
yeah, I tan
The
the
fuck?
old-fashioned way from the outside. in.
Yeah.
Well, this app that I started telling you about, Jason, it is because apparently morning wood is a lot more important to a bigger indicator of boner health than I had realized. Because I don't get it. This app, if you don't get morning wood for a certain amount of days, it'll tell you, hey, dude, that's kind of weird and borderline unhealthy. You should maybe talk to a doctor about erectile dysfunction. Now, I definitely get it, but I don't get it routinely.
No, not like when I was a kid.
Right.
Not like every day.
See, so you and I both
Yeah.
have erectile
Do
dysfunction.
you get it you have morning wood every day?
Yeah, I mean, I got a band-aid on my toe right now from fucking pissing with a boner and trying to stay asleep while pissing with a boner and then walking back in and kicking the fucking closet and snapping my toenail open. And then convincing myself that it's not that bad of an injury and went back to sleep with my toenail snapped in half. with an erection.
Oh.
These are the
So
trials
much
and
going on.
tribulations of
Oh
5
my-
in the morning at Jason's house.
God.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. See how hard it is to be healthy?
Yeah, but I also feel like there might have been a bit there because I just recently was fat and now I'm like getting back in shape.
What do you mean?
I got after that fight, I got staph infection 3 times in 3 months. So I just like decided that I'm just not going to go to the gym anymore for a while. Maybe my body's telling me something, and then it turns out I was talking to somebody. This is stupid. I stopped taking TRT, testosterone replacement.
Yeah.
And I'd been on it for 5 or 6 years, and I stopped taking it to fight at King of the Cage.
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that you're not supposed to do that. But that's only if you're in the UFC. So
because
I just stopped.
It's illegal? Or?
No, because USADA is in charge of the UFC, so they check.
Yeah.
They have stricter laws to fight. So if you fight for King of the Cage, you can be 46 and you can be on TRT.
Okay.
So I just stopped taking it for no reason, and then it turns out that I had no testosterone left in my body from not using it anymore and training.
Yeah.
So that's maybe why I was getting those infections. So now I had to get all back on the testosterone, check blood, get all the things all back, and I just started to become comfortable with doing the radio show and going home.
Shit, man.
I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to go to the gym anymore. And now I just started training this week, as in like consistently training, and for the first time this morning I was almost vomiting, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like,
back.
It's great to be back, which is not, because if you train enough, that doesn't happen anymore. But
Right.
this is the price you pay for sitting on the couch for.
Right.
It's been like 4 months now.
But you were taking care of yourself. That was good.
Not. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I was like doing drugs or anything.
It's
and
funny,
I was,
like that TRT stuff. Like it's
maybe once.
It's like healthy. I mean, it's not healthy. It's not necessarily bad for you, unless like the complications, I guess, are when you stop taking it or.
Yeah, no, I think I don't want to say this because I'm not a steroid guy or an advocator, but I think there's a way where you can do some of that stuff in a responsible way where you're not hurting yourself.
Right.
But I think it's just like, even when I got back on the testosterone, the doctor said it's 1, not 1.5, and I went, what? He's like, it's 1, not 1.5, and I'm like, oh, are you telling me because everybody injects 1.5 instead of 1? Yes, that's exactly why I'm telling. I'm like, dude, I'm not here to be Superman. I'm here to like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming in for you to take my blood out to tell me that I'm fucking normal.
Yeah.
And I don't need to be. What about a little extra on the top, doc? Because I got a fight coming up. I just don't need to say that anymore.
Right.
I'm like, oh fucking, you know what? You win.
Yeah.
You're faster than me. You're stronger than me.
Yeah.
I'm going home. Getting a sandwich.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Yeah, and then there's this new book from Chael Sonnen and my friend Ryan Parsons. Something about the ultimate 4-pack. I'm invested in that.
What do you mean?
It's a book on how to have a 4-pack, not a 6-pack. So it's like, you got a little older.
Yeah.
And sure, go to the gym, be in shape. But let's not fucking lose our minds over here.
I feel like I have a 2-pack.
The 4-pack revolution. Well, you're older and you weren't in the fucking UFC for 20 years. 2-pack is fine.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
You got the line down the middle?
No.
I have a line of hair down the middle.
Oh.
That's it. You're kicking ass.
But so it looks good. It looks like I have a.
It could. The line could be under that. Yeah.
Just add a little makeup and really who's to say.
This fella right here.
Yeah, but that was before. Now he has a 4-pack.
Oh, so that's a 4-pack.
No, that's a 6.
That's 6?
Now he has a 4. See, there he is fat.
The 4-pack revolution.
Yeah. When a guy is doing a book about what your upper body should look like and he's wearing a shirt on the cover, this is a whole new subgenre.
Yeah. Hey.
Look.
Take my word for it. I've got the thing that this book's about.
Well, don't resist the revolution.
I just realized if he probably took his shirt off, he'd show you who had 6-pack, and that would kind of bum out the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would ruin the whole premise.
But look, he doesn't really have one there, so.
Yeah, but see that he's got like he's got one weird ab there.
Yeah, I'd say that he doesn't really have abs there.
He's got one weird thing sticking. It might be the camera angle, but
that might be a rib.
A rib, yeah, he might have got hit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go. You always good look better when you shave your chest, don't you?
Sometimes, yeah.
I
was growing it out for a while.
I did it once when I was really in good shape.
Yeah, you got to.
And my wife just made endless fun of me.
Why?
Shaved it clean?
It looked like an asshole. I get
What do
to
you mean
her.
look like an
to her.
asshole?
But she also said that I.
You stomach look like an asshole?
No, I
Or
look
you
good.
look like an asshole?
No, she made fun of me
Right.
just for like being an asshole for shaving. my
Oh,
body.
gotcha. Yeah.
You know, she
Because
just
you're
looked
not
like,
that guy.
for being vain. And,
Yeah.
And, and I was. It was. She was exactly right.
Fucking,
about-
you're a fucking Hollywood actor. Come on.
Well, I'm a comic. I'm a comic actor. Like I'm not casting fucking Wolverine. You know.
You could be in
I
Wolverine.
could.
You, and you wouldn't shave your chest for that, most likely.
No. I could. You know, I actually had that thought. Like, what if I got in ridiculous fucking shape,
Yep.
and then went into my agency and was like,
Look
all
at
right.
these abs.
You know, let's start marketing this to big action movies and shit like.
Right.
But I don't know. It's just kind of a weird. It seems to me like a weird way to go.
I think you'd be fired from everything if you were super fit.
I don't think
Oh,
that
yeah.
rebrand has ever worked for any comic. I don't think it worked in. It didn't ruin Carrot. It didn't ruin Joe Piscopo, who at one point was doing stand-up specials where he was getting tested for steroids on stage.
Oh Jesus! And he was drumming. Do you remember him drumming?
I don't recall that.
He would half of his stand-up act was him drumming on this like set of drums with like 3 bass strings. Oh, it was insane.
You don't know Joe Piscopo?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like
that guy.
if cocaine
That
was a
asshole.
person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he alive?
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at him. He looks like what's that football announcer?
Yeah, Dick.
He's Dick.
Yeah, he's one of the
Yeah,
dicks.
He looks like a dick.
He made an appearance very recently at the Grove.
His face looks like it catches things.
What do you mean appearance at the Grove?
I don't know what he was doing. You know, they have that. I don't know how often you go there. They have the standards bands, and they're like, "Hey, come by next week. Our good friend Joe Piscopo will be here." And I'm like, how many? I wonder if the Grove crowd knows that this guy was like an arch Trump supporter.
Was he?
Yeah,
Look up.
he was part of the Rogues Gallery of
Yeah,
celebrities.
right. Oh, God. Oh my God. Look up Joe Piscopo drums.
Wait.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, it's a drummer. Yeah, he's doing a drummer parody, but he's doing awesome drums.
Oh, but he's actually playing.
Yeah, which is not a parody.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's like, look at how awesome I am. What a douche.
And he's looking at his sticks in wonder. I think they're glowing now.
Yeah. Rough.
He's sort of a chosen drummer.
Wait,
Is this a movie?
This is before he was.
This looks like an SNL thing.
Yeah, this is like No, go to like his the one you saw where he was just like.
And then there's a video of him
yeah.
rapping.
That. Oh my God. That's what I saw. That was my real first taste of Joe Piscopo.
You're showing a video of Joe Piscopo, very muscly, in a tank top, playing drums, looking like he's a real rock and roll star.
Okay. Work.
Does he play drums on that?
Yeah, fucking afternoon
Yeah,
radio. What a
yeah.
piece of shit.
He's got a drum. He's got a drum set behind him.
He does his own bumps.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like he plays drums a lot.
Yeah, I think he's into
Yeah,
it.
he might be. He's probably a better drummer than he is a comedian.
Right.
Come on, Joe Piscopo sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All he had was Frank Sinatra, and even that didn't have any jokes in it.
But it's still pretty crazy that he went from that to this weird like his neck got like 7 times
Yeah.
the size of his head.
And he did that thing. Like he was big at the worst time to be big and in shape, like when they tucked in sweatshirts.
Yeah.
They didn't wear a belt, and they tucked in sweatshirts. Like that look.
Yeah, he really sucked.
He sucks.
I'm telling you, this stand-up special that I saw, he made his entire act about how everybody thinks I'm so yoked, you know, I've got to be on steroids. So he like peed on stage or something, and they tested, like they came out with the results before the special was over.
Yeah,
that was the
perfect
bit.
example of Joe Piscopo comedy, of like his comedic premises.
I love how it goes to. There's only a matter of time before Danny Bonaducci breaks into the photos.
Yeah,
Connected to another dude who needed to flex a little too much.
Sure. And then there's Carrot Top, man. The guy looks good.
Carrot Top doesn't look that good anymore.
No,
No.
I mean, he is fucking huge, man.
I mean, he, in my opinion, is a liar. Because he told me that, I mean, it's ridiculous for anybody to think that he's had any work done at all, and I felt like he was not telling me the truth. But then again, I never went to the doctor with him and watched his face get cut off, and I never watched him get injections in his body to make his biceps and arms look bigger.
Oh shit.
Maybe he didn't. I mean, because it's all just a speculation for me. But
Yeah.
that's my opinion on
Well, I don't even know, man. Like, I don't. I'm not a good judge of that. Like, what plastic surgery. I mean, plastic surgery looks like or doesn't look like, especially on the internet when people have obviously like, doctored some of these. I see that to me. I don't know. I mean, that's been doctored, obviously. Like somebody fucked with that.
And people have, I'd heard Mark McGrath be accused of that before, and I don't know, maybe I'm just talking to a guy with a bunch of plastic surgery and I still am so dumb that I can't tell when I'm face to face with him, but I met the guy and I'm like, oh no, that's just what Mark McGrath, I've said that he had plastic surgery, and now I'm talking to the guy and I don't think so anymore.
See, I think he has. I think his forehead twitches when he talks, and I think it's from so much injections in his forehead of Botox.
Oh.
It fucking twitches. Like, bing, 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 bing,
Well,
bing,
how
bing,
old
bing.
is he?
75.
Yeah, he's like in...
Oh, well, yeah, alright, okay. He's had some work done then.
Yeah, there you go.
For sure.
No, he's 42.
He's been doing prop comedy since the vaudeville days.
I did a commercial with him once, age 52. I did a commercial with him once. It was like one of those dial down.
Who are we talking about?
Carrot Top.
Okay.
Call the 1-800.
Yeah.
That's when we were led to believe that collect calls were very big.
It was back in the last gasp of collect calls. Yeah.
He would have been pretty jacked then, right?
He was pretty jacked, yeah. And his whole thing. Now this is funny too. Side story.
Oh, okay.
Because he the whole bit was he hijacks a bus. That's it, right there.
Yeah.
So he hijacks a bus, and then that I'm the
Oh, you're the guy.
I'm
yeah.
the tour guide. Yeah.
Do we need the? Yeah. So he did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that, and then 9/11 happened, and they took this off the air because he hijacks a bus.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, does he really though?
No.
He's not even driving.
Listen, everybody gets to their destination. That was my argument.
I know.
But he was like, he goes, oh, so you're a...
he hijacked your microphone.
Yeah, he sure did.
Right.
He said, so you're a comic? You're a comedian? And I go, yeah, I do comedy. And he goes, oh, you must hate me then.
Yeah, I can see how he thinks that.
Oh,
he's, again, like Mark McGrath, he's a beat you to the punch guy.
Yeah, he sure did. But he was a very nice guy.
Yeah, I thought he was a nice guy too when he came in.
Very nice dude.
But he was way older. It was when this was recently, and he looked a lot older, and it looked like, you know what I mean? Because I also know you can be jacked when you're younger, but you can't be big and beefy when you're older, because you can't do steroids that make you big and beefy when you're older. Your heart's like, come on, dude, fuck off.
Right.
You know, it's sort of...
So I'm almost 47. It's I should never. It's not a time to start.
No, it's over.
Steroids.
Yeah, it's over.
No, there's no like easy on the heart.
I'm the same age as you. I'm not doing steroids.
I was gonna start.
Yeah. No, I know, right? Shocker.
Yeah, right.
Because we'd be very strong right now.
He's so funny.
Yeah. Just lifting stuff together.
Yeah, oh my god.
You know, my Catholic tells me he goes down to the gym where Schwarzenegger is down there always lifting and stuff.
Yeah.
And we could get on steroids and go down there and fucking, you know what I mean, like help each other bench and shit.
Yeah, oh, that'd be great.
And Schwarzenegger would totally like, oh, I know you're man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ballers.
We'd be great, and I'd be like really loud too.
Yeah.
Like when you're like spotting you. Like,
oh, you'd be loud spotting because I'd be loud. Because you'd go get it, but I'd be like, like, and you'd be like, get it.
No, I'd have to yell extra loud to like clear your screams.
So those guys would for sure know us.
They know who we are.
Two dudes almost about to be 50, just old heads with just jacked the fuck up roid bodies.
Yep.
Ah, you can do it, Jason. Yeah.
Just like handing in our membership card to get in the gym, like. Ah!
Well, we wouldn't hand in our membership; they'd know us.
They wouldn't need to see it.
Yeah, they'd have to kick you guys out at the end of the day.
Here comes the boys again. You know what I mean?
Do you think if Schwarzenegger walks in the bathroom and you guys are shooting up somehow incorrectly, that he warns you guys about the dangers of steroids, or just tells you how to do it?
Yeah. He's never used.
You got to put that in your ass.
You don't think he ever used steroids?
I don't know.
I don't
know. That's Catholic. I'm gonna say no because I love him.
I mean, I believe all this shit.
But when I see photos, I go, "Oof, I don't know."
I believe in people's like that bodybuilders can do that. I don't.
Okay, I agree with that, and I don't.
Good for you, Andrew. Put up a photo of when he's 75.
Yeah.
That's real. Like, hate to hate.
Still has glasses on and still can't.
Let's see what you look like with no shirt on when you're 75.
I don't know
It's
what
such
he
a
may or
bad
may not
fighter.
have done when he was like competing, but I
Yeah.
would have to think that once he was established as a superstar and he had a lot of other shit on his plate, but he needed to maintain the physique at that point.
Yeah,
Why
maybe.
would you not?
Maybe.
You know.
Sure.
Maybe he did that, but maybe he did that thing that Bruce Lee did where he had the sticky things on his biceps that made it work out while he was writing screenplays.
I'll do that. What's the sticky things?
Oh, you don't know about that shit?
No.
Oh, man, you don't watch fucking
Oh,
Bruce Lee? Fucking, come
man.
on, man. You put the sticky thing on your abs. You turn it's connected to the wires. It's all whiz.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you
Does
already
that
know
work?
about it. Fuck yeah, Bruce Lee got it.
No.
Yeah.
It works.
I got it. I got a fucking what's it called? I got a friend of mine sent it to me, and I use it when I'm working out a lot, like to massage me, like these electric things. But it also has bicep workout on it. Like you put them on your biceps and on your abs and shit, and it's all and it makes it flex and stuff.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Speak
that's
of
them
the
right there.
devil.
Yeah, there it is. The Power Dot.
Power dot. Yeah.
Yeah, go to powerdot.com or something. But it's
Look
got
at that.
it's
Want
like
to poke up a bit while you're here, Rob?
Yeah, that looks so easy to do.
Go ahead. You got another 40
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
muscle endurance, resistance, strength.
Uh,
You just plug it on and fucking wham, 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 wham.
I always thought that was bullshit.
Nah,
Wow.
nah, mate. Everybody's all the weightlifters that are writing screenplays are doing it.
Oh.
That's what they do. That's how they do it. How he's so smart yet so brawn.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Wham, 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 wham.
All right.
Yeah, how do you think Steven Seagal cranks out all those screens while maintaining his
Holy
incredible
shit.
physique?
He's just like, "Mwah, mwah."
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's how. See, look, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Padded workout things. Even though that's not Bruce Lee, that's an actor, but still,
Yeah.
based on a true story.
Babes. I'm intrigued.
What are you doing? Are you getting an award or something? What are you,
No,
the
I'm-
champion of the world, or are you giving away an award? What
Oh
is
no,
this?
no, I'm here to promote a comedy night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, are
Yeah,
you
I'm
gonna
actually
do
here
comedy?
I'm here to promote something
Fuck.
for the first time.
You're
ever.
such a sellout.
I know.
Comedy. you said.
Always, yeah. Here it goes. Bye, my shit, everybody.
The Friends of Ivanhoe.
I don't really like you, just buy it.
Yeah.
Rub
There's something
poetry.
to buy.
Rub by my shit country. Always selling shit in here.
Well, this doesn't benefit you. This benefits the school.
Yeah,
he's-
benefits a fucking
he's
school, you cold bastard.
He's bamboozled us again.
Yeah,
Once again, came in to
Yeah.
not exploit himself.
gotcha.
Fuck. You're so real, Cordy.
Yeah, Cordry, go Cordry.
Okay, so what are you promoting?
Yeah, it's a comedy night, January 27th
Yeah.
at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
We have this hosted by the Sklar brothers, twins. Yeah,
Twice the fun.
twice the fun, and I'm gonna be doing a bit. We got
Says you are.
Yeah, we got Moshe Kasher, Cameron Esposito, Rhea Butcher, Tom Segura, Christina Pazitsky, and Kyle
Dang.
Kinane.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are going to be mega funny.
It's always a good show.
Doors open at 6, shows
Yeah.
at 7.
And there's good food, you know.
Classy stuff.
Tons of booze. Classy stuff.
It's
I
like
wanna
comedy.
Go to this. Maybe I'll go to this.
Go to
Seems
this.
like comedy, but also like Justin Timberlake's record release party at the same
It is,
time.
well, yeah, it gets a little record releasey when the comedy's over.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it food fusiony?
Probably.
Yeah.
It changes every year, but
Right.
yeah, it might be.
That's what
there
fusion
might be
does.
A Korean taco in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's a great night. Like these comics, we always get great comics like this, and they never bomb. And you know, it's a good cause. You're buying literally this money for this school, Ivanhoe. It's a public school. My kids go there. One of my kids still goes there. It's to buy like toilet paper and pencils and shit. So, wipe my kids' asses
Make them literate
with this
with some
with a ticket
with
to the
archaic
comedy.
pencil technology.
And wait, we should just say too, and get all this out of the way, is that you for tickets, go to eventbrite.com, look up Ivanhoe Comedy Night.
Will children be there?
No, hard R.
What
Just
sort of
making
thing?
sure.
What sort of thing do you do? Because you don't do stand up, so
Yeah, no, I just do a bit. I got like half an idea right now. We're a week and a half out, so I'm working on it. Well, last year I did a bit like David Lynch doing stand-up comedy, but I did him as if he were his character from Twin Peaks all the time. You know, do you guys?
I don't know who David Lynch is.
Yeah, see,
He's a weird dude.
There was half of the people there, but they
Oh, my
still
God.
they were like, I don't know what you were doing, but it was really funny.
He's like the Lyle Lovett of cult TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my version, he talks like this all the time, Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, really funny.
Did you put a
funny
wig
stuff.
on?
Yeah, I had a wig.
You gotta
Of course
do
I
that.
had a wig.
That's good shit.
And he only wears that. It's sort of his uniform. I was smoking.
Did you know that the dude from Tool glues wigs on his head and wears like full-on wigs, and he's like as bald as you and me?
Who's the guy? The guy from what?
Tool.
Tool,
Tool,
yeah?
the band Tool.
What's his name?
Gray Maynard. No.
Maynard
yeah.
James Keenan.
Yeah. Get out of here.
All the time.
Bald fella.
That could be you.
That could be us at the
Ooh.
gym, lifting weights with luscious locks.
You too could be Skrillex.
Hurrah! My fucking hair's caught in the weights.
Yeah, I don't know. I went full bald once, and it just wasn't a great look for me.
It was a good idea to get that tuft off the front of your head.
No. Speaking of things, my bad ideas. My wife talked to me about it. Like, she said she convinced me that was adorable. Like, she was like, "It's awesome. It looks so cute."
I'm not sure if I want to be friends with your wife.
yeah. She just like
She's like got one more strike and she's out on my list.
She fucking throws me right under the bus in terms of like. Yeah, I don't trust her in terms of looks.
See, I
anymore.
worry about that when it comes to wives. I feel like they're like, yeah, no, wear that purple sweatshirt. You look good. I'm like, you're just trying to get me to be unfuckable.
No, they do love a I never even thought about that. But they do like. I thought it was just kind of like they like niche things about you. Like he's got this the cutest little tuft on his forehead. And finally, I had two directors. When I did Harold and Kumar, they came up to my hotel room and they were very uncomfortable. And they were like,
gotta
I still
talk
have
about
the
the
tuft.
tuft.
They were like, we have to. There's no other way to do it than just to say it.
Wow.
And I thought, fuck, am I being fired?
Yeah.
From this movie? And they go, you know, how do you feel about how do you do about shaving the they couldn't even say it. They were like, and they just kind of pointed around the front of my head, and I was like, oh, shave the tuft? Yes, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then immediately I was on the phone to my wife, like, you fucking told me.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have been on the phone to her.
Everybody I asked since has been like, no, you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
At Daily Show, I was in my first year on the Daily Show like that.
Well, it functions as a comic device,
No.
but you're
No,
a real.
no, it doesn't.
Sorta.
I believe it. I believe it did. It was sort of your visual signature.
Sorta.
On the Daily Show, made you different from all the other bald white guys who would have been in that fray.
No, I couldn't take you serious.
No.
To me,
well, that's okay.
to me,
Yeah,
you're
but
like,
that was all right.
You were like a comedy. Who's the dude that owns the castle? Elvis fucker.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. Yeah, you're like Nick Cage. Every time I watch a Nick Cage movie, I keep trying to understand where his hair starts and where the. So it's like the whole. I'm pretty much like I didn't catch the movie.
See, that's a bald guy thing. I do that all the time too.
Because it's like, what is that?
Where's the? I find myself when I'm on set with actors looking at their hair like,
you would see that.
That's not all real.
Right, because every now and then actors have like they'll do the spray thing
for
the
spray,
show.
yeah.
Because people don't know. I won't say who, but a guy.
Well, the spray is not a big deal actually, but yeah, I wouldn't say who. But
I thought it was a big deal because I was like, man, in the movie you're
Happens
this
all the
guy,
time.
but then up close it's fucking. You've got your whole head's been spray painted.
So many people do the spray.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I'm like there's a whole scenario, like a whole system, hair system on there, and I'm trying to figure out like, is that a bobby pin up there? And,
yeah, like I think it's funny because some of the people that would have no idea when they watch these movies, I think that they're as bold as you and I are, and they're just like, nah, I cannot let this happen, so I will just I'll glue shit on my head.
Yeah.
And you only see them in movies, you don't see them in person, and if they do in person, maybe they're just like, nah, dude.
Well,
I'm
like
not
a
gonna
good
win.
example is because we're not selling him out because Jeremy Piven is obviously bald, right?
Yeah.
But we've known him from the movies from way back, right?
Yeah.
And his hair was always thinning, but then all of a sudden he's had varying haircuts, hair systems over the years, but like
hair systems is exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is.
But going back to when he was a thinning college sophomore in
so
PCU.
I can see why he would probably say, "Well, shit, I got to keep this. I got to keep my hair." Because,
I mean, dude, his career came back when his hair came back.
I mean, he's
never been more popular since he had his wig.
Yeah, well, what was it? Entourage.
Yeah, but
Kinda
Entourage
brought him
would have he
back,
got the part if
And
he had
brought him back. Like,
been
was
bold.
he ever really fully there? You know.
Yeah, he was knocking on the door. He was like a Ryan Reynolds kind of guy. He was a known quantity, but he was always knocking on the door of true stardom. That's
Right.
what put him there.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's that's a pretty serious wig that everybody is.
I think he looks good with his hair like that in 1995 with the widow, with a.
Yeah, I disagree. I think he had a haircut that was just one of those things. It was an unfortunate time when you were a man that was going bald. You had to keep your hair.
Okay.
It was just like, nah, the 80s says or the 90s says, just hold on, don't give up. We can barely tell.
Yeah.
When in actual fact, we're all like, man, why is your hair so flat on top and poofy on the side?
So many people so many bald. God, we can't help but be real, huh?
Well, I wonder that for a long time, I think a woman had to conceal the fact that she had breast implants, and now I don't. I think you can be a female celebrity and say that you've had work done on your boobs.
And also, they're so good right now. I think that they're just you can't really at least again. I don't know. It's like plastic surgery. I can't tell.
I think it's as simple as if you get on it quicker. Because I've actually been in for a consultation. You can
About
do
your
it.
boobs?
They did. Yeah. Because I was like, the show's not
Those
big
aren't
enough,
real?
and if I get tits, I'll get a shout out.
You might.
I might get back on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That'll.
Oh my God, dude.
I might not ever get back on it.
I heard you on the last time you were on. By the way, have we talked about this since? I might have even texted you or emailed you or something.
With my dick in a foil.
And said like, dude, like kudos to you, man. You were fucking committed, and you were so funny that bit.
Okay.
And like, it's such a brutal bit.
You don't have to.
Look, it's such a brutal fucking bit. Look at that old man working on him, and he's just like he's keeping it together, and for the spirit of the show and radio and comedy, I was like applauding in my car. I'm telling you, dude.
I'm glad somebody was applauding because I just felt like an idiot.
He loves you. That
I know.
Man fucking loves you.
Yeah, that was
for real.
That was
Would you let a Star Trek alumnus yank your dick?
No.
Yeah, well, you're on.
I also
you're
won't
on
get
ballers.
Nude. Like,
I wouldn't
He's got
do.
a good body, and he'll get nude in front of people.
I won't.
I'm not.
You know when I get booed? You know when I get nude?
On the Stern show.
Yeah. And you know why I get nude? Because they'll let me on if I get nude.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's like people know the show because I went on there, and it's like, hey man, put M&Ms in your dick. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I mean, for you, okay.
Yeah, man. I hear you.
And
you're great on that show. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I've always looked up to him. So to think that I'm knocking it out of the park, even if it's involving a dude jerking me off, it's like it's like touchdown pass to your ultimate quarterback.
I know, dude. Every bit you've done on that show has been, even your interviews, has been fantastic. I don't see why you're not on. Well, you're on a lot. I as a listener, I feel like you're on quite a bit, but I guess probably not. Then
I don't know. I always assumed that the last time I was on was the last time I'll be on.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
But I keep going on, so you never know. But
I
feel like I'm tapped out now. I think
that too about like I do a movie and I'm like, well, that might be it.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think because I feel like maybe I have to be that way. That's just the way I'm built. Like I have to think that way to. Otherwise, if I was just like, I'll be on there all the time. I'll probably be on their channel soon. I just feel like that would not be a good way for me to exist because it would be constant letdowns.
It would be, man. That would be a hard place to.
I just think that nobody likes me and that it's probably going to fail. And then when it works, I go, yes.
Hey, are you this is a weird question. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm not sure. I don't know what that means exactly. Just to clarify before I answer.
Oh, my friend Michael Tully will tell you.
I believe that most people would assume that Jason is an extrovert, and I think he's actually a deep introvert.
That's why.
I think most like radio hosts, when it comes down to it, are.
That's why I asked.
Right, well, wait a minute. I still didn't get a fucking answer.
An extrovert is a really outgoing social person. An introvert is somebody who prefers to kind of keep quiet and keep to themselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm an introvert.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Yeah, full on.
And that happened from the radio show, I think.
Oh, you became because that's your personality is ever changing. Like you can definitely become. So you think you were an extrovert before you did radio?
Yeah.
Oh, far out.
Or at least there was an extrovert there. He doesn't. Right. I don't think he exists anymore.
I feel a bit like that too, just in the very practical sense of I think when well, I want to say Friday or Saturday night you go out. When I was a young person, I went out 5-6 nights a week.
Yeah,
I had been bottled up doing shit, waiting tables or working in an
Yeah.
office all day. So by the time I got to the bar, I was ready to be fun and gregarious and get crazy.
Right.
I talk and make jokes all day, so I don't want. It sounds so extreme to be like I'm just tired of it, or I don't want to talk to anybody when I leave here. But I get it out here.
Well, it's a defense. I think being appearing extroverted is a defense, right? Like, at least that's for me. It was a defense against introversion, against feeling like all I want to do is be alone, and reading or watch TV or something like that. Like,
It's fun.
And so I am going to like combat that with, being. I think when I was younger, like when I was in college and stuff, I was a lot more intense than I am now. Meaning like, kind of hard to deal with. I was so seemingly extroverted.
Yeah, I think I was like that too.
I was really pouring it on.
Yeah.
I
I feel like I was like that. I feel like I've got recordings of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like
Right.
I've been on other people's, not this show. It's different when I'm on here. But when I've been on other shows, listen to me on someone else's show 10 years ago, and then listen to me on someone else's show now. Like I had to fucking go. There was so much stress on it. Even Jimmy's fucking podcast, I would be like, okay, dude, you've really got to come out with something magical here. Like, and to the point where I would eat your show alive. Because I would just be like, wait, I don't think I've done it.
Yes.
I haven't knocked it out of the park yet.
Yeah.
Let me fucking chew up some more of your time. Like, embarrassing.
Absolutely,
Kind
I totally relate to that. Yeah.
And now I'm sort of like, yeah, cool, thanks for having me.
Well, now you have the gig. You made it.
All right.
You're on the radio. It's probably largely due to that. That personality got you here, and now you're like, well, that's my job. And then when I'm not at my job, you punch out.
Yeah, I've just noticed lately, and I think I spent a long time, being married and being told what to do, so I didn't really know who I was. And now that I'm allowed to be 100% me, it's weird to find out now at a later age. Oh, I'm not even really that into it. To the point now where if I go out, like lately, I've noticed Marilyn Manson will hit me up like once for his birthday and once for this gig the other night. And I had sweaty palms for like 2 days because I was like, I'm gonna go, and I don't know how I'm gonna fit in here because he only wants one kind of me, and I don't know if I can even bring that anymore.
It's so funny you bring him up in particular. I ditched him. I couldn't handle it.
Right,
I was like, I can't handle the stress. I'm just gonna be an asshole.
When did this happen?
Years ago. I liked him. He's a good dude. But I was like, yeah, he felt the same way you did. Like he wants a different Rob than he's gonna.
I can't match it.
I don't know if I can bring that.
He wanted Hot Tub Time Machine.
He wanted Hot Tub Time. Exactly. Hot Tub Time Machine, Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he wanted wolf head tattoo guy, and I'm like, dude, it's just a picture.
It's
I look at. I went to his birthday, and I actually kind of, it was like Johnny Depp and all these people, and I'm like,
Jesus.
They were like, come on, man. And I'm like, okay. And then I turned around, and my wife looked at me and went, "Are you fucking serious?" And I was like, I don't know. They made. They're like, do it. You know what I mean? And
I don't know who to be.
Yeah. And then in the morning I woke up and I was like, wow, did you get peer pressured at 46 years of age? Are you fucking serious, dude? Okay, you're on lock. You're not allowed to go anywhere. And then 3 days later, hey man, you want to come to my concert? And I was like, yeah. But I knew when I said yeah that I probably wasn't gonna go.
Dude, I just step out of it. Maybe I burned some bridges, but like
that's what I was like.
I step back. I can't. Also I got into this when I knew Cusack from Hot Tub. Like I haven't spoken to him in a long time, but like he was friendly with Kid Rock.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, and then so he used to text me, and Kid Rock used to get on, and they wanted me to come out and hang, and I was like, I can't do it.
I know, right?
I just can't do it.
It's a bummer to me.
It's a bummer. I'm the fucking bummer.
Yeah, no, because they're not the problem. You are.
This is an apology to everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
and look, I might do you a huge favor and actually show up. What if I die? Then my death is on your hands. Because that's what I think might happen with those guys.
What if you showed up and you were just like Jason off the air? Just like what if I showed up? I always think about this. Like if I showed up and just kind of didn't try anything, just was myself or whoever I felt like myself was at this very moment, and would that fly, or would people be disappointed? Or it's not all about me either, too. Like you also try, I make everything about me. Like there's a fucking there's 100 people at that party.
Yeah, they won't even notice that you did anything different.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
No, that's what I thought.
About it.
I'm like, I'm not upholding my part.
Yeah.
I think a big part of the extrovert introvert thing is I heard a great definition of the two a while ago. An extrovert is somebody who leaves a social situation feeling energized, and an introvert is someone who leaves one feeling tired.
Yes, that's a good definition.
Right? And the thing is, I think we are all all more extroverted by that definition when we're younger. I just don't have that energy to rage every single night. And so maybe it's not so much that you've changed, it's just that your energy level is a little bit more selective. So probably 25-year-old you could bring the heat every time you saw Kid Rock.
For whatever reason, though, because like I think I still would have been really nervous and really like thinking too much about it at 25.
Look,
but I would have done it.
I think that for me, I know this, some people might not believe this is a thing, but I believe I'm a morning person. And I've had like way better, more hilarious conversations in the morning than I have at night. And like, I'm okay. If you want to get tanked at 9 in the morning, I'll fucking do that.
That'd be fucking great. Because then you wake up the next day and you don't have a hangover.
Because I probably drank a bunch of water from like 8 till like, I'll do that, but I'm not gonna like 2 in the morning. What the fuck are you guys doing? Like, this is gonna take me a week to recover from.
Dude, I've gone through periods of like, you know what? I'm gonna go out to lunch and have about 1 million sakis or something, and then just get kind of tanked at lunch, and then I'm fucking fine by bedtime, and it's great.
As long as nobody rational is around you until the next day.
And I don't have.
You don't want to get tanked at lunchtime.
I don't have to drive anybody to like swimming practice.
Don't fucking. I'm not talking to a child. That's ridiculous.
No.
Daddy. Oh God. No.
Different situation.
Yeah.
But they drink too. They drink with me. The kids.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta at this day and age of the internet and stuff. Somebody's gotta man up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good way to counter the.
You might have just
age.
influenced me to get my kids on the drinking bus.
How old?
Get them drinking 9 and 11.
Yeah, no, my kids the same age. Yeah.
Well, it's an acquired taste.
Maybe I'll.
Yeah. It doesn't taste good at first.
No, I basically forced my 6-year-old to take a sip of scotch for the first time like a week ago.
Yeah. I try to get.
Is that in front of your family?
Time, but
my wife was totally
they won't do it.
Oh, I thought it was like an Irish thing, like, "Hey, Dad, look at this."
I think it's about the age that people were. It's more. It's not that they force you to do it. They just go, "Hey, you want a sip of this?" You go, "Sure, I'll do anything once."
Yeah.
You go, "Oh!"
Yeah,
and they're
it's funny, yeah.
Fucking dummy did it again.
It's funny. My dad used to do that with like vanilla extract.
Uh huh.
I was like, "Oh, it smells so good." He's like, "Taste it, taste it." Come on. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll get my kids to drink, and then I'll call you, and maybe your drunk kids and my drunk kids, we'll put them in the park, and they can fight each other.
Be best friends fighting.
We'll put YouTube videos.
Yeah.
World's most dangerous pool
What
party.
do you got? A boy and a girl?
Yeah. What do you got?
2 girls.
Right. Well, my son doesn't care. He'll hit
We'll just
chicks.
put
He's
him-
half Australian.
We'll just let them decide.
Right.
We'll put them in like the equivalent of a ring,
Right.
but a sandbox.
Right. And we'll YouTube it. Put it up on YouTube. We'll get kid fight. Drunk kid
Fucking
fights.
millionaires.
Yeah. Fuck you, bum fights. Look at this.
Yeah. Changing the internet.
Yeah. Give them scripts, like really good scripts.
Give good ones.
So they say really crazy stuff at the start,
and
like WWE shit, but we like train our kids, get them drunk, and then we like say this.
But rehearse them.
Oh yeah.
Rehearse them for the longest time.
Like you were saying, with you read it over and over again, then get them drunk, take them to the park.
Then have them. Well, of course, then they're gonna have to read it a couple times drunk.
Right.
You know.
You want to study the way that you're going to take the test.
Exactly.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun until we end up in jail.
Joe Jackson never went to jail.
Joe Jackson never went to jail.
Still a free man.
Point.
No, well,
great point.
Look at what he did to Latoya. Look at what he did to Michael. Still,
guess we can
still
go
walks among us.
Yeah. That's a good point there. I think we're back in it now, Rob. I think we're back on the beating children drunk.
Yeah.
Because yeah. Cameron, welcome to the show. maybe she should jerk you off when you get home. Because I feel like if I come, then I'm like, okay, refresh, now I can talk again.
Yeah, maybe there's just like, that's actually good advice.
Thank you, Rob
Yeah,
Gaudry.
yeah. That's good advice because it is a transition between your work environment and your home environment.
Mm-hmm.
And after you get jerked off, you will be fully at home. And, because she's probably noticing that you're just kind of like gone a little bit.
Yeah, you're
You know?
tense from a hard day.
Yeah. So
You need to come.
You got to get there. You got to get, change your environment
Mm-hmm. Come.
with a little
Yeah.
hand job.
There you go.
Or you
Tell-
could set up a tiny little bar in your house and just hang out behind it.
What'll it be, Mrs.?
Just tend at home.
Tiny bar.
Like little itty bitty glasses.
Nothing huge.
Everyone's sitting there watching TV. You're just polishing shit.
There you go. Oh man, he's off to jolly
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
Rob
Great
Corddry,
advice.
He's not gonna do it.
did you go camping with a reporter?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah.
That couldn't have been fun.
It was great. It was actually, I was fucking dreading it. And
Wait,
so was the reporter.
just you and him?
Yeah. No, and there was a photographer there too.
Oh god.
Dude. Oh
Did
my
you have
God.
to drive in the same car together?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
It-
off.
Dude, it was.
Your life sucks.
No, thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
And getting up to that's
Is this
how
your
I
manager
that's
or
how I
something?
felt that my publicist. That's how thinking about it. That's how I looked thinking about it.
Why did she do that to you?
But you know what? The guy was a great guy, thank God, and we got along. And then the first thing we talked about was how he felt the same exact way. And we had figured out that my publicist told me that he pitched it to her. The writer pitched it to her. And it turns out that she pitched it to him and to me and worked the whole, bamboozled both of us.
I hope she's fired.
No, she's a lovely,
she's
wonderful
great.
person.
This
And
was
you know
GQ,
what?
right?
She can trick me all she wants. This was GQ, yeah.
So that's worth it.
And it was he's a great writer. That's me tinkling.
Is that real?
No. You can tell.
And this was the angle because you were an Eagle Scout.
That's right. Think about it.
Wait, you were a real Eagle Scout?
Yeah.
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 So you can
Oh my
time
God,
manage
that's
them.
my scoutmaster right there.
Where?
That the fourth picture in. Jerry Rudolph. Holy
Wow.
fourth picture up.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Jesus. It's the only one that's not me. Yeah, that's Jerry Rudolph.
So
Weird.
you relived your scouthood.
No. Well, the whole
How
premise.
come you
was
don't have
that,
a fucking suit in it?
I know. What?
How come you haven't got a suit on in any of it?
A suit
Yeah,
for GQ?
yeah. I thought it was like a suit kind of a
Oh,
thing.
it's
you
not
were.
a fashion thing. No,
It's
it's
not?
really like Rob Corddry is outdoorsy and knows how to tie knots and light fires, and I don't. So I'm gonna go out to the woods with him, and as a premise for a regular interview.
Do you go out into the woods and tie knots?
I can tie fucking knots.
Do you go out in the wood by yourself from time to time
I
and
don't
tie
have
fucking
to go
knots?
out to the knots, the woods to tie the
When
knots.
you go out and camp, do you bring your own tent or do you make shit in the
I
woods?
bring my own tent.
Is it
I
a
can
good?
build you a lean-to though.
Okay. All right.
Build you a fucking.
Okay, now I know
lean-to.
who I'm talking to, and yeah, rad.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Build you a fucking raft.
So you enjoyed, obviously, the scouting experience.
Okay.
I liked it. Yeah.
I'm
Do
coming
you
back.
do you want your children to also be dorks?
No.
I'm coming back. You can't make a fucking raft.
I can fucking make a.
No, you fucking
Yeah,
can't.
I can. Yeah.
You've
it's
made
all-
a fucking
it's
raft.
I can lash. It's just about lashing.
Lash what?
Lash the fucking wood, man,
Into a raft.
into a raft. Yeah.
What kind of fucking wood do you find?
Whatever
Break it down,
I
bro.
find
Yeah,
on
you.
the island
You
I'm
just
stuck on.
okay, yeah, and you fucking foot, you chop
You
a
son
fucking
of a
tree down.
bitch.
You don't make a fucking raft.
I'll make a fucking raft.
Wait, can
I'll make
you or have you?
I'd never have. No.
But
I
do
don't
you
like
know?
it.
Oh
do
wait,
you,
I probably I have made a raft. I probably made a million rafts.
you need to fucking make up your mind. Did you make a
Yeah,
raft
I-
once
Wait, you
in your
have
life
or
or
you
not?
haven't or you've made a million? I don't
Okay.
understand.
I'm exaggerating a little bit.
Because in the cartoons, there are always these perfectly cylindrical matching logs.
No,
Like
you
I
don't
might be
need
able
that.
to pull that.
They
Okay.
don't need to be perfectly cylindrical. You just find.
Answer the motherfucking question. Have you made a raft or not?
Yeah, I made a raft.
All right. And did you use it in the water and did it work?
I don't know if it worked. I don't remember if it. I was
If
fucking.
me-
I was
if-
fucking 15.
If you and me and Tully were lost in the forest,
Oh my god.
could you make a fucking raft and be like,
Let's
guys,
see,
I got
let's-
this?
I'll put it this way. I don't know why we need a raft in the forest.
To get across the other side, fucker.
Well, it depends on what the compass says. I could read.
Wait,
the compass.
do you have a
we can get
compass?
around. Of course, I have a.
On
fucking
you
compass.
right now.
No, I don't.
Well, then how would you?
It's probably on our phone.
Can you
Shit.
make one out of shit in the
I
woods?
thought
Like,
I had a knife on me, but I don't.
can you make shit? Can you make a compass out of shit in the woods?
Yeah.
Like you can. You know that one?
Yeah.
You're looking to the
No,
side of
I-
your.
I-
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I can't remember how you do.
Oh great! I need to fucking hear this when I'm alone in the woods with this fucking asshole.
No.
Wait. No, maybe I don't.
The three of us are in the woods. Listen up.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in charge.
I'm
Okay?
cool with that. I'm
I
cool with
call
that
the
until you.
shots.
I'm cool with that until you can't figure out the compass. Then
See,
I'm like,
this is-
fucking see.
I'm the real loser here because you guys are gonna have this like alpha
We're
war,
gonna
and I'm
have
just
this,
gonna be
yeah.
the beta bitch in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my thing with Telly is like, when do I hit him over the head to eat him?
Yeah. What do we?
Yeah.
It's like, well, we have tons of food. We brought a lot of like
It's
pea
sitting
rations.
over here, waiting to find out which one of us is the alpha.
Yeah. No, we brought like weeks worth of food.
No,
But I don't like jerky.
That's my trick. I know you're gonna want to eat me.
I would say you go ahead and run it. I would follow you.
If we get on the raft and just go in the direction the water is going, doesn't the water always kind of lead to something? Because it goes from the mountain.
I probably would have hit him earlier.
I would
than I
say,
thought.
I'm just saying,
like,
it goes-
stay off the water.
It goes
first of
from the
all.
mountain and then it heads towards
Yeah.
like it's got to feed to somewhere.
Yeah, it heads toward Mountain Dew factory.
It could go to even deeper into the woods.
I say let's stay off the woods, guys. Stay off the water, guys. Let's stay in the woods. Let's not move too much.
See, I'm trying to get
We're
out of there. I
sitting
don't-
ducks, Corey.
Yeah.
Say for wait
Bears?
Wait now, hold on. What's the are there people chasing us?
No, there's animals out there. Like the environment. What about starvation? We got to
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
no.
Mother Nature wants us dead.
Believe
Yeah.
me, there's so much we can eat out there.
Thought you said you knew.
There's so much we can eat out
Like what?
there. Fungi.
Are you really going to be pointing out fungi?
Berries. I can give you some great berries.
Do you really know a berry that's good or
Yes.
bad? Do you know a bad berry? Because that's the most important
Wilderness
thing.
survival. There's leaves you can eat, motherfucker.
I don't believe you. I don't
Yeah.
believe you know that.
I think we drop you off in
I'll
Mount
make
Baldy
you a
and you're dead in a
goddamn
weekend.
dressing. I'll
I'm
make
gonna-
you a fucking salad
I'm
dressing.
going to pretend to be the Rock, and I'm going to make you do bowlers over and over again until we starve. Because we're fucked. May as well just entertain me a little bit.
Listen, man. Listen, Eagle Scout.
Maybe.
Eagle Scout.
I mean, I feel like Eagle Scout means that he might be able to... Because I was a scout. You know, I knew Eagle
Yeah,
Scouts.
it's
Fuck those
Australian
guys.
Scout,
Fucking
though. We're an
tired. No, I don't give
Australian
a
Scout.
fuck. What are you talking about? We're way more bushy than you guys are.
Come on.
An Eagle
Yeah,
Scout in
but you don't have
Australia...
any forests there.
Are you really pitting Australia against Massachusetts?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
I'm not even sure what Massachusetts is, but yeah, I'm coming at it. What? Out back
Plymouth
is tons,
Rock.
tons of bush in the, fucking what?
We
We're
call
naming the
it-
woods? Naming
what do
different
you-
kinds of woods?
What do you call bush? What is bush?
The forest.
Oh, so it's forest.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there forests in Australia?
Yeah, we call them the bush though.
That's the bush.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You let's go out to the bush.
And see who survives?
Oh my God, that'd be great.
I would kick
Oh,
the
but
shit out of you.
It's gonna take so long because
We would live a very long time.
I figure we'll both like do all right for a while.
I know. No, there's at least a month in there where we're living.
It would be horrible though.
I
It
know.
would be what a pointless contest.
We'll be. I know. I know. Right.
I'd be tying knots just for no reason.
I would just be like, I'm trying to think about what I would do at nighttime. I'd be so fucking bored and fired. I'd be like, hey, Rob, what are you doing? And you're like, this,
Well, Jason.
you ready to quit yet?
Jason, I'm thinking of some stories. You want to hear one?
Well, I made a guitar out of some bamboos. It's fucking thing. I'm gonna play it out.
I just happen to have this harmonica that I fashioned out of reeds.
We'll just live out there forever and make a band.
Hey man, someday when the shit goes down.
Maybe it'd be better if you and I teamed up against two other fuckheads that
Yeah.
didn't last long.
Yeah.
And then we could haunt them at night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like fuck with them
That
and
was
ruin
the-
their
that
shelter and
is
stuff.
The majority of my Boy Scout experience were haunting other motherfuckers
Right.
at night.
Yeah, that's what we did too.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's so
just
different.
dump tents and shit.
Obviously, we were better, but you're not so different.
So did you sleep in the same tent as GQ guy?
No.
No, they drove to a hotel after the photos.
No, see that was we gave the photographer that tent because it's like a Airbnb for camping, so it's like a glamping thing.
Yeah,
And we
you
just
said
set
they're
up our
real
own
tent
tents.
because you're a real
Yeah.
scout.
Yeah. And he'd never set up a tent before, so I just let him set it up by himself
And laughed.
while I was drinking beers. And he was doing good. He did good. I mean, it's really easy to set up any tent today. It's not like
No, like it used to be.
it's not like setting that fucking thing up.
Yeah.
So
Didn't know that about Rob.
yeah, right.
Eagle Scout. How about that?
Yeah, that's the same article that I learned that you have a tattoo that one of your children drew.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I never showed you guys that.
I don't know. Did
Is
you?
it on your ass?
It's no.
All right, well then show me it.
I'll show you. It's hedgehog. Hold on.
How old was he? Her.
The hedgehog?
7,
No.
8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right
For
there.
sure, a kid did that.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the
Nope.
thought that counts, right, Rob?
Not done by a professional.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in a movie Bob Saget is directing.
Well, we'll see.
Uh-oh.
I mean, yeah, no, I did it. I shot it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never know. Like, once I finish a movie, I'm like, this could never come out.
Has that happened?
Yeah, well, they come out in different... They don't... Like, you think, like, oh, this is going to be... You know, they come out in maybe one theater and then go to straight to video or... You know, but that's a different thing now. Straight to video is fine. I'm hoping it just gets made. I'm hoping it can just, like, there's a movie to piece together there. I'm not sure.
So don't forget to check that out. Cause that's,
What percentage of movies that you've been involved with have you not watched?
I didn't watch. I watched most of them. I haven't watched the. There's this movie I just did, sort of that with what's her face? She does the Dougie or the Doogie, whatever that dance is.
I love what's her face that does the
I'll look it
Doogie.
up right here. The
Hollywood legend.
Doogie Howser.
It's no, The Layover. I haven't seen that.
What?
But that's just because it's new.
What's the Dougie?
It's been out for about a year.
Okay, so you just don't like that one.
What's a Dougie?
I don't know. It's a Dougie's the dance.
Wait,
You'll
Kate
see it.
Upton does a Dougie?
Oh yeah, it's sexy.
Oh yeah. She did the famous Dougie. I know. Yeah, the Terry Richardson one.
It's super
I
sexy.
don't want to be here anymore.
Oh come on,
Yeah,
it's sexy.
She's so basic.
Come on.
that party looked creepy that she did the famous star-making Dougie at the Terry Richardson party.
All right, get me out of here.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't want.
I don't know about the
Get
Terry.
me out of here.
I don't want to know.
Some old man's gonna come out with a robe on.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of
he's
here.
Exactly.
He is old man with a robe, very,
Exactly.
very, very much, and a camera. Well, that era is drawing to a close.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Right.
What's he gonna do? Just snap pictures
Die,
now?
hopefully.
Maybe just die. Yeah.
Maybe you just really focus on what it's always truly been about for him, the art.
I mean, there's plenty of places to jerk off on people, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to give that up.
I guess. Yeah.
The fifth
You have to
annual.
just ask first
Everywhere.
now. Yeah.
Anywhere.
The fifth annual Ivanhoe Comedy Night is happening.
Everybody's
on
going!
Saturday, January 27th. And the easiest thing to do for tickets is to go to eventbrite.com and look for Ivanhoe. Ivanhoe.
That's right.
Rob Corddry!
Thank you guys.
Rob the fucking super tanned.
I'm not tan.
Holly,
man.
you are.
How
You
am I
are.
tan?
You're fucking
Oh,
bronzed.
you know what? I was shooting at
Oh,
the beach.
you know what?
I was shooting at the
Tried
beach.
to get a full hour of I am not tan.
Do I look tan? Tully?
No.
I don't think I was wearing tons of sunscreen. I don't fucking get tan. Come on, I'm all man.
You were using like 35 or 25 or something.
I'm all man. Whatever Gino puts on my face, I wear.
Yeah, see, spoken like a true man. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Don't die.
Bye.
You tan fucker.
I think it's my shirt, maybe the color of my shirt.
The top of your head is actually
Your face is matching
Color
it.
of my shirt, yeah.
the
maybe
top.
of my head.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
A little
I guess.
freckly, yeah.
I was shooting in Malibu. That's not